Get your special sock out, nerds. It's gonna get good.
Let's fucking go. Everybody join and just grab a drink, 'cause we guarantee this show's gonna stink. But we're happy you joined this nightmare. You came for this shit, so pull up a chair before we light this dumpster fire, fueled by failure and desire. Let's show these losers sad and tired, washed up freaks that no one hired. Whoa. Welcome to the Losers Lounge. Whoa. We're all here to fuck around. Whoa. We're loud and dumb in every way, walking jokes that are here to stay. Just sit back and relax. Hell yeah! Blue collar's back with a whiskey grin, a hopeless loser that can never win. Drinks all night until his tears run dry, wakes up alone and still wonders why. He's such a loser. We got Critic Gale, the voice of gloom. He talks like death just left the room. His words can make the air so dry. Listening to him, you'll want to die. Get to the point. Now here's back to file a digital fiend, the grossest man you've ever seen. His search history will make you sick. He's a real creep that's vile and thick. He's fucking gross. We have inside man this mysterious prick. He's a background loser who thinks he's slick. Been in 100 films and no one cares. Like Hollywood herpes, he spreads everywhere. He's fucking worthless. people. This sick bastard truly scares us all. He cackles when he sees a bum crawl. Seeing things burn makes him feel alive. Loving it when the filth doesn't survive. He's a real sick fuck. Welcome to the Losers Lounge. We're all here to fuck around. We hope that we can make you smile. So grab a drink and style. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to Losers Lounge. Let's get this show started. Hell yeah!
Those weird hairs that were growing out of your back, I had them analyzed. But they were definitely not human.
Oh boy, so yeah, whenever Inside Man makes a YouTube channel, it's gonna be called Hollywood Herpes.
I agree with Goodwin. That should be your channel.
Oh boy, so yeah, yeah, I told these guys for Thanksgiving, it took me a fucking month to save up for this bullshit Jack Apple, but like having you and Gary on together and pulling out the good shit, man.
Oh, the good shit. Oh,
Yeah. No bullshit. Jay said I started November 1st. This bottle now was after taxes $61
good lord, that's a lot of money.
for a fucking
That
bottle.
is
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, so this is gonna be milk. I'm saving this until Christmas, but this streaming, like, I mean, we have Northern English on, who cares? But you know, we got
Yeah, I mean,
that's what we keep shit.
I just drink pond water if he's on. That's kind of my.
Yeah, but yeah. So when
with all the
Inside
alcohol with all the alcohol that gets fucking dumped in that pond, you'd want to as well.
I think so. Yeah.
well, we made a joke backstage. So Inside Man, so Gary's like, "Hey, do you want to do the fly?" I'm like, "Well, it's not Halloween, but you know what? For you, we'll do the fly." And we had to cancel because Luke had something happen in Critic Out, and the good ones in chat like, "Hey, we can cover the fly. Something happened." He's like, "I actually like the fly." I'm like, "Wait, well, there's a film you like?" So it's like you like a film, and Gary likes a film. I gotta set this shit up, like.
Yeah, I think you recommended we do a Bastards breakdown on it one time, and we didn't do
Yeah.
it, did we? Next Halloween we will.
I'm
Put it on
curious.
the to-do list.
So yeah, so what we did, it was actually Gary's idea to do Hellraiser, and Jay was in chat lighting us up, which is funny. Hellraiser 80s film, The Fly's an 80s film, Die Hard's an 80s film, and Gary keeps recommending all these 80s films.
There might be a reason for that, and it isn't just nostalgia. It's at a time when we actually knew how to make movies, and we were actually sincere in our writing.
I'm sure there's some footage out there of it constantly Inside Man saying, "I fucking hate the 80s. It's the worst decade of filmmaking ever." Yet he was coming on my show saying, "Hey, Chris, there's another 80s film I want to watch." Like,
see, the thing is, these are kind of like the little gems that are dotted in amongst the horse shit out there, and this really is one of them. Hellraiser, I think, is one of them. But if you go back to the 80s, but then if you go back to any decade, you can find the crap there. But this one, I think, really shines. This is just a terrific movie.
Yeah,
really terrific movie. Unlike Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, which is a terrible movie.
Yes, it's a shit
terrible.
movie.
Yeah, it's only been made better by fucking Crystal Skull, and that one we will not name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this is Hollywood loves to remake and do sequels and all that, and this is one of the few examples of the remake being better than the original.
Yeah.
And taking a story that was far more simple and more of a B movie, spoopy, and a short story that was here's an idea and then that's the end of it. And Cronenberg and
I
think I'm agreeing with bullshit because I am seeing two screens here. I'm seeing a very narrow rectangular screen.
It's at StreamYards. It's because Blue set up the dual stream for the mobile shit and the normal.
No, I thought I wonder if I can change it now, or is it too late?
I don't know.
But the thing about the original is, I mean, as a kid when I watched that, it absolutely freaked me out.
Oh yeah, the reveal with the fly head, but it's it's more science man does science things and all that. This is Cronenberg and everybody kind of obsesses about the body horror stuff that he does, and it's definitely evident in this movie as well. But the thing is that he's actually tapping into a more underlying fear that we all have, right? Brundle's progression is very much mirroring that of aging. Brundle's behavior himself is like going through puberty, and then all of the dumb things that you do, and then the consequences that follow. And he still has even at the end of redemption. But the idea of like losing yourself and your reason and becoming more primal, and that's the only thing driving you. That's also, there's a horror within that as well. So and you have the like really good chemistry between Gina Davis and Goldblum. Helped that they were actually dating at the time, but it's far better than it has any right to be.
And this was what Cronenberg's first real commercial movie, wasn't it? I think it was his first studio movie.
I did Wallace did Scanners. I was thinking Cronenberg had done something previously that was kind of mainstream, and it was Cronenberg did that. But the more interesting thing is who the producer is for this. Mel Brooks.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So apparently,
it was Brooks had done The Elephant Man. With Lynch, another great 80s movie. But in that one, Brooks intentionally left his name off of it because he didn't want to confuse people and make them think it was a Mel Brooks comedy kind of thing.
So come to find out, okay, the stream, you can't change it now because right here on StreamYard it says show vertical, and now I see dual screen, but if it's on the phones, I'll know for next time then, because I could have swore I know I turned it off because Jay told me that. He's like, don't dual stream. And I changed. I think StreamYard, once you kill it and make a new one, I think it's put it on by default now, because I know for a fact I took off because Nadia was doing that stuff, and I was actually asking Jay, should I do both of you? Like, no. And so the second, for the last fly, when I canceled it, this was a new setup, and I think it's automatically doing it now to us because I know for a fact I didn't dual stream on fucking purpose. But
StreamYard, they love to here. Let's just set this new default that will irritate the hell out of you, and nobody asked for, but we've decided that it's going to be on.
Yeah, so sorry, Sabush and Nix, everybody watching on Twitter. So next time I'll know ahead of time when I make it. Before I press the create link there, I'll go to the fucking settings because we're already live and you can't change it apparently. So it's Well, you've seen this, Jay. Like how many times people, like even bigger guys like Will, being Drinker, or Gooch, always having problems with StreamYard. Every fucking week they're changing their fucking layouts, man.
Yeah, there's an old design rule, the principle of least surprise when you're doing user interface. StreamYards has never encountered that rule, and they actually want to maximize surprise whenever you're setting up a stream.
Yeah. So so for me, I mean, this was 1986, and of course back then I didn't see this in films or the theater, saw this in VHS. But for you and Gary, I mean, this had to be like, especially with the Cronenberg and practical effects. Like as a kid, this was to me a pure horror film, and this movie scared the fuck out of me, especially when Goldblum at the end, when you see the full Fly makeup and he becomes the Fly. But for you guys, I mean, because still practical effects were there in the 70s, but was like this like the peak of like practical effects for horror?
Yeah, this was when they started throwing slam all over the practical effects just to make them look more gruesome.
Yeah, I mean, you had that with The Thing, where it was like, okay, we're going to need about 800 gallons of KY jelly. Can you just go ahead and bring that in? And was it a Diddy party?
But if you count the kind of minutes of screen time that this has for these sorts of effects, it's very, very little.
Yeah,
if you discount the prosthetics, in fact, so.
Yeah.
Well, and there's I mean, the budget on this was I think like 12 million is generally accepted,
Wow,
somewhere
that's
between
nothing.
9 and 15, right?
for him.
Made
Yeah.
60. So again, you make 4 or 5 times your budget, you're doing all right.
Mm.
But again, it's the understanding of I don't have to have it in all the shots. In fact, the more that I show it, the less impactful it is.
Yeah.
And so give us a peek, have it lit a certain way, or you hint at things, which is, most of Seth Brundle's transformation is some basic makeup and a few prosthetics. But then as you get further on, there's one where he's wearing a contact lens that actually makes one eye look larger than the other. And he was, give Goldblum credit, that he was willing to go through a pretty arduous makeup schedule for that
yeah,
stuff.
they were a lot more painful back then, weren't they? I mean, these days they've got that very soft silicone-y stuff now where you can just slide on your eye.
Yeah, this
but this
is
all
all
would have been
foam
latex.
latex. Yeah,
Yeah,
foam latex, and it's not good to put on. It's not good to take off at all.
No. And it's heavy.
It's very, very heavy, especially because it's absorption of sweat as well.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of this stuff, I mean, we have to remember that a lot of this was full body prosthetics as well.
Yeah. I think there were actually 2 full body suits, but we only see one in the movie because they cut another scene where Brundle Fly is it's a different level of progression that he's in.
Yeah. Yeah, top remember like the big thing, being a kid watching RoboCop, I didn't realize watching the RoboDoc documentary, which was fantastic. Like the guy when the Ed 209 shoots the guy, the squibs, he said that shit was painful as fuck. How hard the squibs were hitting.
Squibs are painful.
Devices going off on your body, haven't you? It's
yeah. Strap a bunch of black cats to your chest and let them go off and see how much fun you have.
Yeah, I mean now it's all done with compressed air, so it's a lot safer.
Yeah.
Well, we do see, like, I mean, in some ways, even Del Toro with the recent Frankenstein, like, there's some CGI does get used, but practical
there's
effects,
a lot of CGI in that.
Yeah. Well, in terms of like the makeup, wasn't the guy playing the creature, wasn't he all practical, the makeup job?
Yeah. But again, he's dealing with different levels of appliances, versus what you would have had to put up with in the 80s. Also, a lot of what he's doing is he's already tall, kind of gangly guy, and they're just playing to his size. And they don't actually make him horrifying looking, which again is one of my problems with Del Toro's Frankenstein. Is Del Toro, he talks about how he loves the book. I don't think he's ever read it because he missed all the themes from it, and instead he's much more like, I like James Whale's 1931 version, and then he loves the Mary Shelley Frankenstein. You can tell because he's doing a lot of that.
But Karloff is still the best monster. I mean, the fact that he could just have you feel sorry for him without saying a word. I mean, wow. Del Toro's version really does say a lot, and it kind of feels a little bit like it's hammering in that you suppose it's like, please feel sorry for this guy. But and that's why Boris Karloff does it better. We don't get that with Karloff.
Yeah, I mean the idea of Frankenstein is that the society rejects him in one level because he's so hideous to see. The Del Toro's just looks like a guy that needs to go out and get some sun.
He looks a bit like Luke Goss in Hellboy 2 a little bit, doesn't he? I mean, I like the movie, but there were a few times where I was thinking, okay, that's a bit fucking ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, what's with the whole healing thing? Why is the violence so over the top? It's so cartoonish as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I never actually read the Mary Shelley one, so I know like guy's a good one. He knows if it's a bad adaptation.
I've listened to the audio book. It's mostly like it's kind of like Dracula, where it's told through a series of journal entries from different characters and their point of view.
Yeah, but it's set. I mean, Del Toro changes the time. Setting the style, a lot of the things, because again, Del Toro, he can't avoid his daddy issues and his Catholicism and his love of Gothic architecture and all that. So I definitely need to make this a Victorian movie. It was like, but Frankenstein is very specifically set in the 1790s for a reason. You're really having turmoil and a change in society, and the old beliefs are starting to die out, but science is coming in, and
Enlightenment.
yeah, what are we? How are we going to balance this out? You know, the restrictions that, you know, kind of the Chesterton fences of religion prohibiting certain things, even if we don't understand why or what the origin was. It's those kind of invisible barriers have kept people, you know, from doing really monstrous things. But when we upend, you know, the apple cart and just go, okay, it's a whole new thing, we have to relearn so many of those mistakes, you know, of history. And that's what Victor's doing.
Yeah, I mean, in many ways, you know, this movie, Seth Brundle is both Frankenstein and the monster, isn't he?
Yeah.
Sure.
And again, it's the hubris of you know, the well, I mean, he play this versus Goldblum's character in Jurassic Park, right? You were so interested in whether you could, you didn't think, you know, if you should. And but the, you know, Cronenberg again with the story that they put together for the movie, because this script went through several revisions, and they actually had another director who was set up to do this, and then had a family tragedy, and Mel Brooks allowed him to pull out of it, and they brought in Cronenberg. But the idea of Seth, you know, that you meet him, and again, it's smart writing where it's not, okay, let's sit at a table and all do our exposition dumps about our trauma and bullshit that you would get nowadays, right? It's little things like she says, you don't you're not really, you know, good with people, are you? And he's like, you could tell that. You know, that's it. Okay, I understand that he's all about, you know, the study of the science, is intellectual, but I mean, he's a virgin. You know, and then the little drop about, you know, I hate vehicles because he has motion sickness. You know, he threw up on his tricycle as a kid. You know, that's, now you know why it was that he would go and pursue, you know, I mean, these teleportation devices. I
mean, how incredibly slimmed down is that? That for exposition, you need to know nothing more. That's it. It's quite, you know, incredible, really, that something that could have been stretched out for quite a few minutes in the movie is really boiled down to its absolute essence there.
Yeah, because they knew exactly just what to say, and they understood that the audience is going to get the point. You know, we get the point sometimes. You know, like you always watch old movies with deleted scenes, and even though they probably do have context to the characters, yeah, I understand why you lost it, because it either kills the pace or just hammers it over the head, you know, and doesn't let the audience just come to their own conclusions.
Yeah, I mean, there's one of the things that I have to tell people in all manner of business is, you think that complexity is actually a good thing. It's a terrible thing. The way you get complexity is by kind of haphazardly doing one thing and then do another thing, and it all gets braided together. I mean, that's the root word is Greek, and it means braid. Simplicity is hard, but simplicity and the elegance of that is what you should always strive towards. And in, you know, an economy of dialogue and scenes, you know, that's why you see a lot of stuff now that, you know, it's obvious there wasn't even a first draft. It was, we make it up as we go along and all that. But really good scripts go through multiple edits where it's always, okay, is this absolutely necessary? Can you economize your use of words to say the thing? Can we just show it through a simple thing versus, you know, having a big long diarrhea of dialogue? And these kinds of movies, you know, I think you had directors that were actually good and had some real experience, you know, coming up doing small, you know, short films and then independent stuff and all that, but also that they were budgetarily constrained. And so, you know, and they were exposed to people who had been there and done that for a lot of years, you know, that they were encountering in the studio system. And so you kind of mix that all together, and what you get are these, I mean, this thing's 95 minutes. And if you lay out like the story and everything that happens, you look at it and go, I mean, would that be a 3-hour movie? No. There's a lot going on. There's a lot that happens, and it's done very cleverly. I mean, the time gap between, you know, when Ronnie says, you know, you should be afraid, be very afraid. and Seth throwing her out, and then him realizing that he's disintegrating, and then when she comes back, and he is so much more. And what is that? A couple of weeks, where that happens, but it's just fade to black, and then here we go. But you're able to fill in the gaps, right? Because the movie maker knows what he's doing.
I mean, but this is exactly what good filmmaking is, good script writing is: the conveyance of the maximum amount of information in the minimal amount of words. And we just do not get that. We do not get that. Everything, as I think we've all agreed upon, is that we get so much information that we feel almost patronized that people are trying to convey so much information to us as though we're dumb. No, we're not. As an audience, we're not dumb audience members. We're not dumb viewers of movies. We can figure these things out for ourselves, and we don't have to have everything explained to us. And I find that really, it seems to be a trait that has been common, certainly over the last sort of 10 to 15 years, that everything has to be explained to us in the dumbest of ways. But also, I think part of it is also padding. They like to pad things out considerably in order to justify a runtime. That's when when you have that kind of padding, that you don't actually have a movie.
They have to justify a box they have to tick as well, don't they? They have to have something in that doesn't need to be in there. Why? Because it brings inclusion. But what's that got to do with the actual story? I mean, it just holds it back and just convolutes it.
I think what seems to have happened is that over the last few years, certainly over the last decade, maybe decade and a half, we have this overcorrection that Hollywood has been guilty of. And when I say Hollywood, I mean that as a pejorative term. So it's really cinema in general, but obviously because all the big players are in Hollywood, I think Hollywood is generally used as that pejorative term. But it's been there's been an overcorrection. Maybe there aren't enough female leads. Maybe there aren't enough black leads. Maybe there aren't enough gay representation, etc., etc. But I don't care. I don't care whether my lead characters, my protagonists and antagonists are black, white, Asian. I don't care whether they're gay. Don't care whether they're straight. I don't care whether they're male or female. I couldn't care less. All I want is a well-written character in a well-written story. That's all I want. I don't care what they are. Please don't message me. I'm not interested. I think it was Ed Zwick that said, if I wanted to send a message in any of my movies, I would have gone straight to Western Union. And that's the way it is. That's the way it should be. Forget the messaging. You can still tell a story.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is that if Hollywood believes that it is sinned, don't punish the audience for your sins. You have a job to do. But I think we have a couple of trends that are kind of colliding and causing problems with storytelling and creatives in general. One is that we've given creatives too much freedom, and bought into the idea of the auteur. And you are seeing classically, great directors who were great and now are besmirching themselves with their own works because they've been given too much freedom. Ridley Scott being an excellent example of that. James Cameron is busy doing it. But that when you have people that are writing over you and going, need money, and the only way we make money is audience show up. That does clarify the mind a bit. Also, that when you have a separation of concerns where the writers aren't the director, and there's someone in there who acts as an editor and goes and says, I know that you love this, and I'm killing it anyway, right? Because when we create something, we fall in love with it, and we no longer have the objectivity to be able to remove those things. You need someone that is external and has the ability to go no, right, and remove it. Now, again, the director or the writer can make their arguments, and maybe they persuade, maybe they don't, but there has to be somebody who goes no, that's out, because you're being self-indulgent.
Yeah.
So
I think we're 30 minutes in now. I might have to start getting the movie on. Our audience is wondering, why aren't we watching the fucking Fly?
a film Nadia actually seen. I love this movie. I'm not one for body horror. Well, I mean, especially Nadia, you respect the practical effects and the makeup job that Goldblum had to go through this film. Also, the original Fly. You seen the original Fly from the 50s? Holy shit!
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
I need to watch that.
I'm shocked that she's actually watched that film. Yeah. All right.
It's
Yeah.
a
Cool.
good tragedy story as well. It's
Yeah.
you just feel sorry for this guy as he just slowly loses his sanity and his body,
That's-
himself, his humanity.
Yeah, that again is the why this remake is so much better than the original. You know, the idea of the naive, hubristic character, and again, this goes back to the Greeks with the idea of hubris invites nemesis. You know, it is his hubris along with, you know, that naive, you know, kind of reflexively teenage pubescent behavior where the, you know, in a fit of drunken jealousy and he's feeling a bit sorry for himself, he makes a mistake, right? But it's also, you know, the reason that the machine works at all is because he has some actual life experience. The man got laid and suddenly he was able to do some shit, and we can all identify with that. You know, but again, his understanding of it, I've got laid. I suddenly understand the flesh or whatever. And it was like, oh, honey, no, you got ways to go here. You know.
Well, I mean, Goodwin would agree. I mean, she loves Alien Romulus. So,
oh yeah,
that masterpiece. It's even better than Aliens. and we're getting a sequel too.
Lord Jesus help us.
Yeah. Cool. All right, well, nice tight 90-minute film. I'll just press start for you guys, and it's like the overlay kicks in 4 seconds. And so far, Jay, it's been 10 out of 10 for 90 Stranger Things. Every 5 minutes, I show 3 seconds. Nobody's fucking me so far. Boz, keep the formula going, man. So
all right,
here we go. I'm happy I've got no flags or copyright, nothing. I'm like, hey, so shut up.
God, fucking YouTube is getting worse. Did you see that tweet with the YouTube creator saying, "Hey, we're just human, you know. We care about our creators." Fuck off, mate. You are a cretin. You are scum.
Yeah, I'm like, come try it from the other side.
For all the fucking rules and regulations and the copyright crap you've laid on every single content creator, you should be skinned alive.
Yeah, flayed. Now, Neb, to be fair, I mean, you know, they manually review everything. I can understand how they can watch a 2-hour stream in 5 minutes and find the problem.
Yeah. Actually, Jay knew about this because I told Luke and Gary, but when I got hit with the flag for doing we're doing V for Vendetta. In the opening, I showed Arnold from Commando. It's like, how dare you have people on your stream wielding live ammunition? I'm like,
I know.
I showed the scene from Commando. We mean live. Also, I'm the only person on camera. Do you see me holding an AK-47? What?
These people are absolute dunces.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah.
They are dunces.
Then when I appealed it, the AI bot said our decision's still final. So then I hold customer service to listen. Now I'm tired of talking to an AI bot. I'm talking to a live person. Show me where anybody, well, actually the only person on the panel is wielding live ammunition. Oh, then of course we get the whole 2 days later. We're sorry, we made a mistake.
Never mind.
Yeah. I'm like, but it's a point, like, you know, God forbid, what if I did have, you know, 10,000 views or a bit? So what if I was a big fucking channel with 1 million views? And that's why I talked to Goodwin about this so much, where I wish everybody well, but like shit like that is why I couldn't take this seriously as a fucking job. Because if someone can just arbitrarily, you know, ding your shit and all your monetization is gone. Over 4 seconds of footage. Like
there's a reason that you know, when you look at big content creators, that you kind of deviate to the standard, you know, the mean of this is what is safe, right? Well, I mean, you go to the safe. I'm going to stay well within the bounds, and I don't dare push, you know, any of those edges because the YouTube bots will run amok on me.
Yeah.
I'll put captions on. It could be the overlay, so but
I mean, God, let's take a minute to admire Gina Davis here. I mean, God damn that. I was a woman.
I'm wearing Jeff Goldblum in that hair, man. Come on, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff Goldblum kind of just plays Jeff Goldblum a lot in movies, but it actually fucking works, though. You know, he's an essential scientist, but he does give him some personality.
Well, do you guys think that, because many people said this, especially on the ad stream for Jurassic Park, that once he did Pete Goldblum, he kind of like played Ian Malcolm the rest of his life. And some people would say that this is his actual acting before Ian Malcolm came along.
But look at the acting here. He's still playing Jeff Goldblum. I think one of the few. I mean, even Buckaroo Banzai, he plays Goldblum to a lesser extent. You know. Or The Right Stuff, which he's also in.
Yeah, Boosh, my timestamp, we are 3 minutes and 20 seconds if it helps out. But yeah, sorry about the aspect ratio, buddy. Got my phone. My phone looks like it's okay.
I'll give credit though. The guy still looks fucking good for a guy. What is he? Is he in his 70s now?
Oh yeah.
Who's this man? Looks better than I fucking do today.
Again, I hate vehicles.
We're almost there. I'll show you my transponder before I turn into a fly.
Now, I mean, so the setup, it looks like how much did a loft cost back in the 80s? It's pretty expensive, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, she's not getting suspicious that he might fucking murder her in this place. Because that looks
Richard,
like the type of place you take your victim to, I don't know, have some fun with.
Well, yeah, the one I love is he's like, no, that's yours. Go ahead and reach in there. And she like reaches into the pod, and I was like, he's going to shove you, and then just close the door, and now he's sex pest things.
So RTNG said,
watching this now, he's giving us some really fucking sinister vibes here, like she's his victim.
I think I get this joke. He's like, I'm at work right now, so I gotta fly.
Fly. Can you fly, RT?
Can you fly, Bobby?
Look at that playing the piano.
Have we done Robocop for Losers Lounge yet? I know we did it for my streams, but
not on mine yet. No, it's like
we'll do it one day. Yeah, we'll do it one day.
I got to pick certain guys like Inside Man for another classic 80s film, like RoboCop.
I don't know. Is your StreamYard on your mobile phone as well? Because I think you can still exit and not lose this one.
There we go. No. Yeah, that's not creepy. The piano chord's playing. Like, what's that big thing over there? Like,
designer phone booths.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's a suicide booth.
Yeah. The Canadians are very interested in that.
Come on, kill me already. Select 1 for quick death. Select 2 for slow and painful.
El espero es sabla. No, I don't want the Spanish version. Fuck off.
These are really nice props. I think these pods as well. Yeah. Really, really nice pieces. But unfortunately, after this, they were just kind of dumped outside, onto the back lot.
That's
they wanted to reuse them, didn't they, for the second movie? And they had to rebuild them because they just pretty much disintegrated in the.
Was it Eric Stoltz that was in the sequel? I've not seen the sequel.
Yes.
Yeah.
The only returning character is Stathis, right?
Yeah. I did want to ask later on, good one, Gary, about the sequel, because as a kid I liked it, but again, I hadn't seen a sequel in like 20-30 years now, so I don't know if the sequel was good.
Don't watch it again.
All right, yeah.
Just keep that happy little thought that it was actually good, and whatever delusion. Also, the tooth fairy is real.
Well, I remember, because even like Gary said, remember the horrifying dog sequence. When I was like 10, that freaked me the fuck out. Man, that poor dog, like,
yeah.
Same thing for the monkey on it as well.
The baboon.
The baboon. Yeah, she's poor bastard gets turned inside out, and it's still moving as well. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, it's reminiscent of Star Trek: The Motion Picture when they have the transporter malfunction.
Oh yeah, that was a grim scene. I mean, for a movie that wasn't gruesome or gory, that was still grim to watch. I mean, Kirk pretty much killed these people instead of letting the actual people work the thing that they're supposed to work.
Yeah.
I really don't like that Star Trek movie. It turns Kirk into a dumbass.
It's essentially just a 3-hour version of one of the episodes from the original series.
They really stretch it out, don't they? They tried to go all 2001.
Oh god! And I don't know how many sphincters you see when you go through Beecher, but there's a lot.
Thank God for Rafa Khan, though, improving on it. It was tightly paced as well. It was so much better. It didn't have so many long shots that just went on for fucking hours and hours.
So, you know, Seth is Genius, this was pre-Siri. So he had like the 80s version of Siri's talking to it and it's listening to him. You know?
Yeah, I mean, well, none of that, but it's like, you know, when he interacts with the computer, because again, this is kind of the 80s, but you think that Chat GPT is something new? No, we had it here. You know,
I love these 80s computers though. They just have so much character than the new stuff.
My Chat GPT tells me I'm special and loves me. So
yeah,
I believe it. You know?
Yeah, so it's showing that it does work, but it's only with something small and not really that organic yet.
Yeah, non-biological.
Yeah, it's still in a work in progress.
Also curious, how much energy did he just burn up teleporting a fucking stocking? Like $10,000 fucking
about the same amount that an 80s hi-fi system would use, I think.
Yeah.
You know.
Thank God it's not made today, otherwise that electric bill will be sky.
Oh God, yeah,
it will.
Well, and you'd have to use renewable energy to run it. You know,
you'd have to pedal on a fucking exercise bike to get it moving.
Yeah, I mean, we would transport you today, but sadly, there's no wind and the sun is not out.
Yeah. But I really do like the chemistry here. I mean, they are really fucking.
Really good. They're really good.
Yeah,
firing on all cylinders here.
And Cronenberg fought to have Gina Davis in this.
Really?
Yeah, the producer was not a fan, and Cronenberg, you know, said, you know, one of the things is because they're in a relationship, you know, the chemistry is much more natural.
Wow.
She's got strength to her as well. That's very realistic.
Yeah,
It doesn't
she
feel
does,
girl bossy as well. She's got this attitude that's that.
She's a little more world-wise, right? You know, I mean, you know, that she's had a boyfriend, you know, clearly has a past and has some accomplishment, whereas again, he's kind of the naive, sheltered
I mean,
you know, virgin.
I know three of us that's not true. There's only one person left. I mean, someone from the north and English, maybe. I can't see good with listening to James Corden.
Hell no. In fact, I actually filed a complaint at The Hague for crimes against humanity when England sent him over.
Well, next, let me discuss my favorite Matt Smith episode that also stars James Corden. But like, I kind of am getting a little bit of Michael Keaton, Bruce Wayne vibes from Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, there is. Actually.
Yeah,
he's very nerdy, but at the same time, he's very socially awkward. But he has a charm to him as well, without realizing it.
Yeah,
he's not even trying to be charming, but he's kind of coming off it naturally without knowing.
Yeah, and again, you know, to Goldblum's credit, throughout the movie, his assertiveness changes, his confidence changes, you know. All
yeah,
that.
He's got that strength on it. He can break people's arms, everything. So, yeah, but then,
well, when he's going off, when he's putting the sugar in the coffee, right, and he's gone totally televangelistic, you know, with how the teleportation is the new paradigm, and we're going to remake man, and she's looking at him like, did you get into the meth again?
Yeah. It's funny how he didn't know he's being recorded the entire time. I was like offended by it.
Well, again, it's his. He doesn't understand people, right? He doesn't realize she was a journalist.
Am I also getting Lois Lane vibes from Gina Davis here? You know what? She'd make a good Lois Lane. She's got that sort of sass, that pizzazz,
the moxie.
Yeah.
She has that kind of 40s moxie. You know
she does. Yeah.
Watch your stock and keep for good luck.
I think the only problem is if you cast Gina Davis, you better have a tall actor because she's low at about 6 foot.
Yeah.
Well, we got Tom Cruise, you know.
Yeah, Tom Cruise just rides in her pocket. Yeah.
Yes, poor guy. His fate later on. Yeah, I remember he is in the second film, so he's all hobbled and shit.
Yeah,
he's kind of like a typical asshole, but he kind of it's never laid on so thick to the point where I kind of ended up not hating him as much as I thought I should.
He's a flawed character, you know, that
he's clearly just a flawed man.
Clearly a bit of a douchebag or whatever, but he does still care for people, and his humanity is still there. He's not just a cardboard.
I always like it when the douchebags are still human, and like the fucking bullies in Stranger Things, well, they just proper fucking cartoons. It was just annoying, mate. It really was.
Yeah, I mean, the writing characters well is, okay, what are their motivations, not what do I need them to do to get scene I want. You have to understand him. And again, Stathis is he's appropriately stalker at certain points, but then also there's still an underlying humanity and concern.
Yeah, at least with Set too. Set's not a pure introvert. I mean, he does go outside because some people just never leave their house.
Yeah,
he's going out mingling a little bit.
Yeah, but he's very much a loner until he meets her, and then that's his real introduction to socializing.
What was with so many 80s jackets, Jay? With the elbow, he's got that patch in the elbow.
Yeah, the tweed jacket.
Was that like an 80s thing? Because I never seen it anymore.
So that was very much a 70s thing. That kind of got held over, especially in academia.
Yeah. I was going to say they're very much a teacher's kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
All of my teachers, I think, had patches on the elbows.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have kind of brought them back a little bit now as well. Like especially in the 2010s, when you had the Peaky Blinders look, you had blokes going around in these fucking slim fit chinos, the tweed jacket with the fucking baker caps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I've still got that tweed jacket as well. It's a fucking good one.
It's funny. He tells right there, my colleagues will kill me, but you never see him have colleagues in this film. He's like such a loner. Like, what colleagues anyway? I guess like other scientists.
Well, other scientists and his peers would come after him. But he's got this little lab that's funded by a company, and they basically go, hey, here's a really smart guy. Just let him cook, and whatever comes out of the lab is ours anyway. It's very much reminiscent of Xerox PARC. Where they were just
you signed your property over in blood. It belongs to us.
Yeah, I mean, you use company resources, so it's ours. But we will happily let you just run wild with your ideas. And that kind of setup is how we got the laser printer, how we got the GUI for desktop computers and all that. That was all out of Xerox PARC, where it was just, here's some smart guys, let them play.
Also, right here, he says he wants her to write a book on him, not a magazine article, not a newspaper. He wants a book. So it's like that. That's also his ego and hubris, where he wants a book based on his life and his work, his findings.
Well,
it's something that needs to be peer reviewed. It's the peer review thing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's part of it. But the other thing is that he understands how world changing the technology is.
Yeah.
Like when she's like, wait, I don't understand. He goes, no, you do. You just don't accept it, right? Because the whole world just got up and moved 6 inches to the left on you, and you're a bit, cast adrift. But he has already thought it out and knows that he'll be, comparable to Ford or the Wright brothers.
True, man. Well, that kind of technology, damn sure would change the world, especially governments too. I mean, well, of course, everyone knows any kind of new technology, the first people, the government takes over that shit first.
Well, actually, I would immediately short Dramamine, stock, because motion sickness pills are not going to be needed in the future.
Yeah, or they have some kind of there's some other kind of side effect from teleporting. So you need this anti-teleport nausea pill.
Yeah, you won't need all that when you have puberty blockers.
That's right.
I got imagine that you teleport your son. Now comes out of your daughter.
Yeah.
Don't give them ideas.
Yeah. Oh, shit, the computer scanned and found the true inner identity of your child. In fact, they didn't even know it, but they would have.
Was that a thing in England, or just me and Jay with that? The man, every time some asshole flushes the fucking toilet, motherfucker. Jesus.
Oh no, it's just the low pressure stuff. That's everywhere.
Oh, I didn't know that was in America.
What a fucking douche flex, right? I'm gonna show up my ex-girlfriend's apartment and take a shower.
It's like
dick's all swinging out. Hey, you've seen this before.
Somehow they end up redeeming him a little bit as well, even though he's got some fucking problems.
Yeah.
Well, but again, it sets up that he's, because the meeting, he's playing you, it's just a magician's trick and all that, right? Yeah. And you kind of get a sense that there's a relationship there or whatever. This absolutely sets it up, and it sets up the dynamic that she is pretty much done with him. He is still kind of, acting like he's still boyfriend and being obsessed.
Yeah. course, too, like, well, everyone knows good one for again in the 80s, everybody smoked. Like, keep my kids like, Dad, yeah, watch films. You got guys lighting up cigarettes in hospitals and shit. Like,
oh yeah,
cigarettes in airplanes. Like, just it was a thing.
There's a reason there's no smoking and smoking signs in airplanes.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that the house looks very clean as well, but it's not very tardy.
On airplanes, did you know that the air was actually cleaner when we could smoke on airplanes than it is now?
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
They ran heavier filters for the air circulation.
Yeah,
sure. Well, I mean, back then they didn't have this evil thing, something 19 that killed half the population of the planet.
Yeah, it was definitely the smokers that did that.
Then again, smoking is a lot healthier than fucking vaping, because I mean, look at all the chemicals that pile into that thing. Look, all those chemicals you're inhaling in your body compared to the chemicals in the cigarette.
Yeah, I've always told guys a good one. If you're gonna smoke, just fucking smoke. The vaping, just like I don't know, it's something different about vaping where it's like this. Like actually, I can tolerate cigarette smoke because I can smoke. When someone vapes in my car, I get pissed off. But vaping, I legit get headaches off vaping. Like I've been around cigarettes since my grandparents' generation. It doesn't bother me,
isn't it?
But vaping, like I get fucking migraines off vape. I don't. It's
the fumes. It's the fumes. I mean, cigarettes did not do that. All they did was make me cough a little. I was around my grandparents a lot who were always fucking smoking. There was nicotine stains all over the bloody ceiling and walls because they smoked so fucking.
It was healthy nicotine stains.
Yeah.
Oh, R.I.P. Baboon.
Yeah. Nice little monkey. You couldn't use a cockroach or something, like maybe like I don't know.
Yeah. You want to test with like a frog,
I know.
some mice.
Yeah, I don't like seeing animals suffer, but yeah, it does. But it is important to the story as well. It shows that he's. I mean, he's still fucking up, even though he's trying his best to progress. It is gruesome.
And even hear my headphones. It says bubbling. You can hear it.
Oh yeah,
God Almighty.
I just feel sorry for the poor thing. It's just, it's nasty.
Yeah. I mean, well, there's some good meat there. It's already cooked.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, unfortunately, it tastes synthetic, so you don't want any of that.
Well, it's probably still better than the man meat we get at fucking McDonald's.
It's healthier than fucking Beyond Burgers. So.
Yeah, because I mean, look at all the cows compared to all the burgers they're piling in.
Again, cows are happy that they're delicious because that's why they're one of the most successful species on the planet. Chicken. If you want to be successful on Earth, be delicious to humans.
I love cows. I love cows with potatoes.
Yeah, but
I love them in bats.
Unfortunately, I was told that these farts that the cows are doing are destroying this planet. So.
Oh yeah, now they want us to kill the cows. I thought you was all about fucking not killing animals and all that shit.
Remember, the carbon they're trying to eliminate is you.
Yeah.
Check Twitter.
Yeah, I love that he's got all the enthusiasm or whatever, and then he hits this kind of a failure, and you see it affect him.
Yeah.
Even despite its eccentricities. Sorry,
not to mention. At the diner, he said to her, because she's like, weapons, we try like something alive. He goes, not when we're eating. So this isn't the first time he's tried something. Like how many other monkeys or dogs has he killed before she recorded it?
Yeah, no, he's killed more fucking animals than Peter.
Yeah.
Probably a few homeless people have probably gone through that as well.
Yeah, that's the smart thing,
That'll make Luke happy though.
You get the guy from Terminator. Hey buddy, you just see a real burger.
Do the hotel dwellers count as homeless? Because I've got an idea.
I mean, are we talking about pay by the day or week? That's
yeah.
I didn't notice that Seth's his building here. There's no homeless people around there for some reason. Like,
it's a very, very clean neighborhood.
He's got the same fucking clothes as well. It's like
and I love it. He's like
a Last Action Hero, isn't he?
but again, he's like, I got it from Einstein. It's one less thing I have to think about. I just reach in and do that. And Steve Jobs ended up doing it as well.
Yeah. Good old pull-out couches. Remember those?
Oh man, those were heavy bastards.
Yes, they fucking were.
Yeah, well, you turned a innocent animal inside out. Let's fuck.
Yeah, I know. She may be related to Padme. Oh, you committed genocide. No, now I'm aroused.
never forget back in shit, we were like 2021. Me and two of my friends, we had my grandma's polo couch. We brought outside for the garbage men, and of course, we had three of us couldn't do it, so we had to get a fourth one. Four of us took that fucker outside. I forget, I'm sleeping, wake up, I hear the garbage truck outside. Oh, in the back, you just hear, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, yeah.
Those garbage
Yeah,
men were
when you hear
pissed.
the
They were-
hydraulics suddenly strain, trying to lift.
because we put it outside for garbage day, and the garbage men were pissed off. It took fucking four of us to pick that thing up.
I was helping somebody move, and they were going to throw it out. They had one of the old like 70s style that weighed 500 pounds, and quarter-inch steel for the frames on the bed or whatever. I ended up breaking it apart with a sledgehammer and taking it out in pieces. It was easier.
Oh, that might hurt. Oh, my back. Microchips.
I wondered what happened to that.
Yeah. Notice he didn't feel it until after sex was over.
You're not supposed to pull the microchip off. Otherwise, how are you going to know when the government's
Yeah.
tracking you or not?
What's like he's getting laid, he's got that numbness where he only feel one thing.
Dude, this is the 80s. He was worried about age. He's going to put a microchip on there. Maybe that'll zap it. I don't know. We have no ideas.
Well, he's not gay, so he doesn't catch AIDS. Yeah.
No, this is around the time we realized, no, that's not just limited.
Oh, it's there, you're cured.
Yeah.
He didn't touch me. I don't want to get AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's all biting his chest. Oh, damn her. All right, Gina, calm down.
She's like, no, I don't want any butt stuff.
Want to try an experiment?
No butt stuff.
Not the steak, no. God.
Yeah, it's kind of a shit steak, so it's fine.
It seems a bit fatty, doesn't it?
Well, that's all right. I mean, that's where your flavor is.
True. I like the music.
Bigger problem is it's like Whopper thin.
The music too is all hopeful now and bright. Like, hey, something's good's going to happen. It's changing the dynamic.
The soundtrack for this is very much underrated. It's not
It's how it show, isn't it? Well, before he started doing the big epic stuff with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and it's not over the top. There's some very simple like chord progressions, but done orchestrally to kind of set ominous moods. And this is definitely one you can tell that we made the movie. Now hand it over to the guy who makes the soundtrack so he can watch it and have the music match up.
Yeah. Look at that woman. She loves steak. Vegan Gina Davis.
Yeah.
Real woman. It's a try.
Baboon. Yeah. Come on. Don't miss species.
I clean it. Don't worry.
And then he started Beyond Meat.
So funny she said synthetic. I just seen I just seen yesterday, Jay, like another state in America just banned synthetic meat being grown in Texas or something. We keep getting more states are banning the synthetic meat.
Well, I mean, it uses a hell of a lot more resources for a much inferior product, and what we need is more chemicals. That's what we need.
It's right. Makes us last longer.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a burger made entirely out of monosodium glutamate.
He's like by the flesh.
Yeah.
That was why I like the island with Michael Bay's Island with Ewan McGregor, because the premise was that film where it's like, yeah, if you want actually cloning products, you need to clone people. You can't keep growing organs inside of a lab. You need to actually grow a person and take it out of them. And it's a dark movie in a sense, but the sci-fi is like, well, it makes you wonder.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going through the problem, might as well build all the support structure for it anyway.
Yeah. What's funny is like,
but I've been seeing stuff like they are trying to do. I don't know if you've been looking at stuff about artificial wounds being fucking grown in labs now. It's getting scary. It really is, if that's true.
Well, and the yep, he's a bad guy. He's driving one of those shitty 80s Maseratis.
Even the music too, it's like and he's got the why is his coat like this too, up like this, and
yeah, they'll never notice me in my crappy Maserati.
I was curious, how long was he out there watching them? Like, you guys get binoculars while having sex, and
He might have rubbed one out.
Hey, you can't be that guy. He's got his collar up. Wait, put his collars down. It is that guy. Wait, put it up again. No, it's not him.
If only he wore glasses, he could have taken them off and totally disappeared.
Yeah.
He disappears. Hello there. So what are you doing? How'd you get here before me?
Yeah, I just want to remind everyone, John Hughes movies and this are the reason we had to get stalker laws in the early 90s.
You're so right. How many poems wrote for women and stuff I did. And
John Hughes for ruining stalking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just again try any of the things that are shown in John Hughes movies, and your ass is getting arrested.
I may have had a restraining order on me once.
Yeah, if he showed how sinister they were, people would have found them romantic. But no, he has to show them romantic, so now people find them sinister. Bastard.
We're finished. That's right. Tell him.
Again, can we just use a rat first? I mean, this is no. Okay.
Also, where's he getting baboons from anyway? Is it like local supply baboon guy?
Yeah, I mean, baboons aren't exactly common, and yeah, I just went down to the pet shop. PetSmart was blowing them out. It was a big sale.
They just have a couple of those baboons for testing, please.
Yeah.
They're half off this week.
I work for Fauci, so it's totally cool.
It's perfectly fine. Yeah. Actually, I'm having a Diddy party later. I'm going to need 5 baboons, and that actually is the same baboon from the movie Shakma.
He's pouring a drink. So I forgot because we're joking, but like, so will he just change the sequence inside the computer? Because that's the only thing that's different.
So the again, this is smart writing where you have a technical problem, but you have a character in the movie that can serve as the avatar for the audience. And so what Goldblum does is he explains things via analogy, which is how I would explain like a technical thing to my wife. Because if I start going, okay, well, you take the 6509 and you do this, but she'd be like, I don't know what the hell you're saying. But if I just say, okay, well, the driver of the taxi cab has to do these things in order for this. Oh, okay. And that's generally, what he does. But when he does that, where I have to teach the computer about the flesh, right? To be like the old ladies pinching the baby's cheeks, right? And so he sits down to do that. Again, you don't run the risk of trying to sound technical and ending up sounding like you're full of shit, because somebody who does understand it will be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But you also don't just try and dazzle the audience with technical bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it was completely unnecessary. Any kind of technical stuff was really superfluous, really.
Yeah.
He's
I
not
found that he's changed clothes now as well. He's found his a little bit of success there, so he doesn't have to. So now he can worry about changing clothes a little bit now, can't he?
Again, he's becoming socially aware and
yeah, well, he's evolving a little bit because he's hanging around with Gina Davis a bit more as well. Is
this is again, it starts out with him essentially like, okay, goes through puberty and then gets laid, and now is kind of becoming more of a man. Unfortunately, he then stumbles with the first love jealousy thing mixing with alcohol. That always ends well.
I still miss the 80s phones too. Look at the size of that thing. Like, it's like a brick.
Back in the days when you could have a tumor and the government still won't be tracking you.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that's not a cell phone.
Oh no. Damn. Well, the joke's fucked, man.
Those batteries always died fast though.
But you could also say this film could be about addiction, like something consumes and just kind of drives away people that care for him.
I think right now, he's just a scientist with good intentions. Of course, the whole cliche of the road to hell is paved with good intentions. But
I mean, there's it definitely once he does the teleportation, it's very much an addiction kind of thing, because he's trying to get Gina Davis, to do it. Oh, you feel great. It's like I'm high, and he's got the mania going on. You know, he gets mad at her when she rejects him, and he
after
denies that he has a problem.
And you know, the depression of it all. You know, the consequences of it.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing too. She's on stat that's like he's been doing it for 6 years. We do understand this kind of technology not going to happen in a few months, right? This is generation breaking technology. It's going to take some time, son.
Yeah, I had an extra few hours this weekend, so I decided to totally reinvent transportation as we know it.
Yeah.
Well, but I think Neb talking about like the addiction thing. So, you know, if you're going to write about a character going through something that may be novel, there's nothing really novel under the sun with regards to humans. So you try and find something that's like the closest analogy. And that's why it very much rhymes with addiction, because it's the same kind of process.
Yeah. And then at the end of the day, it consumes him. It destroys him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he very nearly consumes those he loves in the process.
Yeah. God, he's such a player, isn't he?
He's a smooth motherfucker.
Yeah.
Would want to disappoint you.
Neb is now on Facebook looking for 80s Maseratis.
Yeah.
See if that'll,
we've all been there. We've all gotten drunk, talked to baboons. Come on.
Look, I mean, if you don't have a bartender, get a baboon.
Especially baboon that can pour you drinks too.
Yeah.
Pour a monkey drink. I didn't mean to kill your brother.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, the baboon's like, don't lie to me. I know. Come on. You could have sent a mouse. Just one mouse. That's all you need.
That's okay. My brother was a prick anyway.
Yeah. He owes me money.
Dirty ass fly? Oh no. If only this fly would be an issue later on. Fucking. Yep, there he goes.
Well, and again, setting up early.
Yeah, the fly's in there.
Yeah.
Of course, as Jay said, he just takes one drink. Okay, yeah, because nothing ever bad happened when you just take another shot. All right, let's do something.
Yeah, exactly. Hold my beer. Oh, yeah.
It probably says a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde in there as well, because he's the monster as well, isn't he?
Yeah. And it's all internal, right?
Yeah.
Now, so do you think he didn't hear the fly because he was too drunk to notice it?
Yeah, well, he's also, you know, like the hydraulic doors going and all that. It was
Don't do it. You don't fucked up.
Baboon's like, live long and prosper.
Yeah.
Also, why is he naked for? Just saying.
Yeah, I think it might be something to do with the claws as well. Like maybe it might pop something up, because it's recognizing organic material.
Look, it's buzzing around. You can't see this fucking fly, dude. Like I would have been like, shit.
He was looking at the baboon.
But you can hear the machine going off as well, so I think that kind of justifies why he can't hear it.
Yeah.
Now he's fly man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brundlefly.
Hey. Feel better already.
Yeah, this is when Peter Parker the shit didn't go the right way, where he starts shooting webs out of his ass. What's like so many people said, it's like
Spider-Man shoots Brundlefly.
Peter Parker shoots webs. You do understand they're coming out of the wrong orifices, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, Spider-Man would be much different if he had to point his ass at everything when he was going to shoot a web.
As me, like when he came out, did he purposely get like what, do 20 push-ups? Now he's like kind of more jacked.
But then again, that could be setting up the fact that he's changing already. Like he feels very confident here, doesn't he?
Yeah, already. Yeah. He comes out and he says,
walked out.
Yeah, he explains later that when he came out, he felt like $1 million, and you know he's already feeling better.
That damn fly. Why is he naked? Well, I mean, listen.
Yeah,
she's a classy actress, huh?
Yeah, shame we never got one with Gina Davis fucking teleporting.
Did like her in Long Kiss Goodnight, man. Shit, when she put that freaking that dye in her hair with the the gold dreadlocks and shit.
Yeah. You're talking about? I thought she was hot in Beetlejuice, especially when she had that face. You know, it's kind of screwed.
Yeah, it's weird to ask her to come back for the sequel.
Yeah, she was like, nope.
Yep. And we don't know why they didn't ask Alec Baldwin for.
See if Dina Davis has actually aged well.
I mean, for
No,
she's like
No,
70. I mean,
Yeah,
Is
no.
she
She hasn't.
70 already? Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
some shit like that.
I don't know. I've seen worse.
Well, that yeah.
Well, you live in England too.
Yeah.
I've seen worse at the bar. And so,
Yeah, well, blowjob is a blowjob.
yeah, I may have taken
You're only
worse home
looking
at
at
one
the top
time or
of the
another.
head anyway, so it doesn't really matter what the rest looks like.
She tells him, "What'd you do?" He's like, "Wow, I was drunk. I was upset. Screw it."
Yeah, again, he was like, I was jealous and all that.
Yeah. Are you screwing him? Are you screwing him? Damn it!
Yeah.
Your ex-boyfriend? Like, no.
Did you fuck my wife?
And look, he's already fucking getting restless as well.
Best one's still Always Sunny with Charlie, Santa Claus. Did you fuck my mom? Wait, what?
What?
Did you fucking? He bites him. I owe him things.
I do love that. Is he still in love with you?
Yeah,
How could he not
Nick
be?
wasn't wrong. Then I realised, oh shit, I need to have a second one and have Gene Davis go into
Damn.
that one. Damn.
In fact, she's like, "Of course he is. Look
Yeah.
at
So
How
that's
could he
set me
not
back
be?
for another 10 years.
me."
I mean, by the time I finish, she'll be in her 80s, so, you know.
Yeah,
Let's,
I
make
taped
sure
it
I
for
don't
you.
break it.
I taped myself naked with a baboon for you.
Don't think you're the first guy to do that.
Boy, now he's kissing her, kind of weird. Calm down.
Oh,
there,
yeah, he's
buddy.
getting full on horny, you know.
And that was fast too. I mean, God, he's already grown the hairs out of his wound.
Yep, and there's a payoff to the setup.
Yep. Oh, and then this just in his sleep, he catches the fly.
I was fucking my headphones. I couldn't sure. I knew it was a fly in my
Yeah,
room.
like, wait a minute, what the hell? No, it's in the
my,
movie.
my headphones. What the fuck? Son of a bitch.
I'd like to know what that fly is capable of now.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, probably,
in Breaking Bad as well. I don't know.
I reckon that fly could probably at least drive a cab and maybe order a couple of drinks at a bar. Now it's got some of his DNA.
Yeah, wake up in a
Probably.
fucking car park.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird because, like, okay, you could at least say, like, well, spiders, like Spider-Man, they have like enhanced like reflexes or strength, but like, what attributes does a fly have to give him? It's not like they have like super reflexes or whatever. Besides vomiting, flies don't really do much.
I mean, so flies are really strong.
Really? Sure.
Yeah, most insects are.
Yeah,
but-
very fast. I mean, the amount of times I've tried to kill bloody flies whenever it gets the summer season anyway.
You
Side-
want to
side
get yourself a
side
pair of
boob.
chopsticks if you had to
Oh,
catch one.
Yeah. Go Karate Kid on that and see if you
Yeah.
can catch one.
Gary was talking. I was looking at side
You
boob.
beginner luck.
I've seen side boob there while Gary was interrupting. Like, come on, Gina.
Take a that shot.
I'll settle for that. I'll settle for side boob.
Yeah.
We got Goldblum side boob.
And why is he always sweating out too? Boy.
Well, again, his metabolism is speeding up.
Well, he's got
You know
the
what it is? A woman wearing nothing but a shirt too fucking large for her always gets me going.
So I like his
Oh, yeah.
80s build where it's like he's just like, yeah, he's not like the people always say it's like now it's gotta be like The Rock or John Cena or Chris Hemsworth. But like that's to me, like that's 80s muscular. You know, he's
Functional
not-
strength.
definitely. Is that a stunt double or is it actually Goldblum?
Stunt double, I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
for some shots. So like him actually lifting himself up in the chair, that's him. But like the handstands and all that, not so much.
yeah. He's like, oh God, boy, I'm so much stronger. Right.
He must have really fucking worked out in the gym just for these later scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, plus, I know like Jane Gear knows, but that was the thing with Kurt Russell for Soldier. He told me, he's like, hey, I'm not gonna do steroids. I'm gonna take 18 months and actually bust my ass and get to like my Kurt Russell shape naturally. In 18 months of working out, man, like for Soldier.
Wow.
Shit, I give him credit for it. He's like, I refuse to take steroids. All right, man, cool. It's
Yeah, 'cause steroids basically just speeds up the process, doesn't it? Something that takes like months to.
Yeah, but there's a ton of side effects because your body goes,
Yeah,
we don't
I've
have to
read
produce it
about-
anymore, so let's go ahead and shrink those balls.
I know-
and,
I know good-
Yes,
knows
I've
that.
read about that as well. The fucking I was reading about a gem.
Yeah, okay, that's not Goldblum, definitely. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only said his balls shrank so badly into his body, it looked like he had a vagina with a fucking dick hanging off it.
Yeah.
It was that bad.
Yeah, normally you have to pay extra for that kind of thing, but
yeah,
while
he was doing loads, man, he was fucking running around in bushes, shitting in bushes.
God, man.
Moved to Thailand and made a ton of money. It was very exciting.
So it's just like a vagina with a big clit.
Yeah.
Fucking fluffy, long.
Well, this is finally a clit I can find. Okay. And,
I tell you, man, when you see that one move there where he's on the bar, and of course he had his shoulders backwards and the backwards like abs, like somebody's had 2 shoulder surgeries. That shit hurt looking at that.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Oh man, it just makes me feel like I should start fucking working out a little bit more harder as well.
Definitely should. No?
Stop being a lazy bastard.
Yeah.
What's
I did have a good run this morning though.
Well, there's different strength. There's functional strength versus big strength. A lot of guys, I've even seen YouTubers say this, where I could bench 500 pounds, yeah, but they can't do a single pull-up.
Yeah.
And
well, they're all mass, and the problem is that you got no cardio to match it up or whatever. I mean, if you want to see real strength, hang out with some male gymnasts.
Yeah, because they're holding their bodies partly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try and see if I can invest in some pull-up gear as well, just to sort of build that kind of strength as well.
Yeah.
I can lift weights, I can do some sit-ups, push-ups, crunches, run, all that other stuff, push-ups.
Now here's again Neb talking about like the drug addiction kind of thing. You know, he's totally full of but then got the mania.
Yeah. Now is he talking faster too? Or is that just Goldblum?
Yeah, he's talking faster.
Gotcha.
And more confidently.
Top, you know how much fucking sugar is already in a cappuccino? And he's dumping what 7 fucking scoops onto that shit, and he's dumping more.
Yeah,
dude, what?
Yeah, the fucking Wilford Brimley diet there. Yeah. Oh my god, that fight turned him into Wilford Brimley.
Do you take coffee with your sugar?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick's good call.
I used to take sugar in my coffee, but then I got so angry I got to take it out on the top.
That's Goldblum on good old 80s Coke too.
Yeah.
What's like how many times has Jay said, man, boy, filmmakers, we bring back 80s Coke.
Yeah, I mean the meth that they're using nowadays is much inferior to the quality Coke that we had.
Definitely, yeah. Especially like, what was it the 2 chicks from Wicked? My God, man, it's like whatever you take.
That's just Look, Ozempic is not a something you should abuse.
Yeah.
You know, out of all the things we're told is bad for us, sugar is the fucking worst. It really is.
Yeah. I'm so happy. Well,
again, it's the mania. It's definitely there's definitely nothing wrong with me. I feel good. It makes me feel great.
The rush, isn't he?
Yeah.
Damn. How much is these were just about like bunnies?
Well, she says something like, I don't know if you have any body fluids left, you know.
It's like, yeah, they're inside you.
Yeah, look, she's fucking knackered now.
Yeah.
You can sort of see he's starting to change a bit.
Oh, you see his face? Yeah, you see acting on his face now. Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on. We knew this for hours. Then what kind of stamina she got? God damn.
It broke her in half. It's like, what?
It's got to be like sandpaper down there now.
It'd be like throwing a hot dog down the hallway.
Yeah, your bigger concern is making sure she's hydrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on down there after all that? It could be a meme for her when she's ready to settle down.
Mm-hmm. It happens when you get older.
Yeah, he's like, look, I finally got body hair. You know.
Yeah. I'm getting here.
We've all been there. I mean, you start getting random hairs in your back in your 40s, like
40s.
Now come here. I'm not done. I'm not done destroying you. I must obliterate you again.
Well, again, this is the primal urges now taking over. You know, the reason.
Yeah, I know like flies had some kind of like sexual enhancement mating rituals. Like,
I mean, they exist to reproduce. That's what they do.
Yeah. Fries ice cream. Yep. Not my
hairs. Trust me, you don't. Ask me how I know.
Ugh. All the extra sugar. Yeah, here comes. I want you to go through right now. Yes.
Again, this is the come on. It's so great. Why don't you try it? And
Yeah. Well, that's the funny part though. But if she went through without the fly being in there, she actually would be fine, right? Because that's what's fucking him up is the fly was in her. But if she went through as herself, she would be okay.
Right. He doesn't understand what's happened, and he's changing, and he likes the changes that are going on, even though they should definitely make you concerned, because I just walked out and suddenly felt like $1 million. It's like, what changed?
Now he's getting aggressive with it as well. It's like the addiction is really starting to take its toll.
And she calls right there, though, it's like, Seth, something's wrong. You're not the same.
Yeah. Yeah. You're holding me back. Yeah, that's you can't hang with me, guys.
Yeah. So right now, Jay, so is it, how much is this his mind or the fly taking over his mind?
Again, it's the changes. That he's and also as with like addiction or even some diseases, your brain kind of post hoc explains the behavior, and so you're trying to rationalize your own urges and impulses, but that's also very much like a teenage brain.
It's like his dopamine levels have gone sky high as well, like reached these very unreached levels it should never reach.
Yeah, or the limbic system where it's like I just, for some reason, my body randomly gave me a shot of adrenaline and I got mad. I don't know why, but I'm going to explain. Something must have made me mad, right?
And look, he's still eating as well. It's like,
as I said too, like listen to Jay, you talking Luke, and like man, like when he's walking the whole like the orchestra, like damn, it sounds like a fucking horror film. Like damn,
again,
over the top.
All they're doing is like, okay, hit chord. Yeah. There's nothing. Let's not go over the top. Just hit with the drama, and that's it.
I haven't seen this because I personally didn't watch this film. I remember this scene as a kid because this scene always stuck out for me with the arm wrestling.
Yeah,
I was more impressed that if you went arm wrestling, you had to take women home.
In the 80s was different, right?
It was a different time. I understand.
I love the fact he just walks in there with a jacket with no top on. He's like, yeah, I'm a fly. I don't give a fuck.
No, to be fair, that was also a thing in the 80s.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, he always got these like fucking Italian guys with these track suits with no fucking top on except a vest and a gold chain.
Yeah, the gold chain.
Yeah. He goes, Italian look. You still forget about it.
$100. And it's funny, now you see even more acne on his cheeks too.
Yeah, like so the Cronenberg
Goldblum's weird acting style really does work here, though. It does.
Yeah, the twitchy kind of odd behaviors, and
there we go.
Yes. I'm going to break your arm because I can't get between Davis anymore.
Yeah.
Well, he was in chocolate bars too. Most chocolate bars give you enhanced strength.
Yeah. I mean, they recognize it. Look out, he eats chocolate.
Yeah. Boy, man.
Yeah, they helped Homer Simpson climb that mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Again, too, I love the music, man. As they're playing it, like this, you can feel it. Like,
yeah. Imagine if Stallone had this music playing and over the top and be a much better movie.
All right, I'm curious, Jay. Like, what's the white liquid in that? Is that sweat coming from his pores? Like, it's like white milky shit.
It's the. It's like him when he vomits on things and dissolves it.
Yeah. Go practical effects, man. My arm. You see the bone.
I mean, God, practical effects were at their best in the 80s, though. You start to put a little bit of KY jelly on there. Somehow it helps make it look less rubbery.
Yeah, well, and then the introduction of silicone really made skin more realistic when you were doing prosthetics, because you could get proper translucency.
And plus, the 80s seemed to be a very good time for remakes. You had the Blobs doing well. I mean, you had the Thing, even though it didn't do well at the box office, it's kind of it went on to be a cult classic.
Yeah.
You guys know too. I heard that story so many times where it's like for the Thing prequel, it's like they filmed the whole fucking film practical effects, and the studio's like, "Hey, let's all digitize and CGI over the
what? Like CGI over practical effects? What the fuck can you do that?" And it was horrible. It made it look even faker.
Yeah. Well, and again, their justification was, it needs to look modern.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have done it to enhance the prosthetics a little bit, but no, you don't just remove the prosthetics digitally, then put something even faker over it.
Oh yes, they did. That's what they did.
I have a feeling that there was more to that story than meets the eye. To be honest with you, I think it wasn't just
it doesn't make
wasn't
sense
just
as
that.
well.
I think it was, the studio probably, in fact, almost certainly had a backup contract with the effects house, the VFX house. And they had to use them. They had to employ them or apply some form of VFX somewhere, and that was the best they can do. But if you see the actual effects, the proper physical effects versus the CG stuff, it's no comparison whatsoever.
It looks good. It looks good as well.
Yeah. And I've worked with those two guys. I worked with Tom Woodruff and Alex Gillis, and they're really, really talented guys. And it was just a tragedy that was taken away from them.
Yeah, I can't imagine how heartbreaking it is for them to, that they're really doing an homage to a movie that they loved, and they recognize the genius of the effects. And okay, I'm going to reproduce that, and then the studio's going to screw it.
Yeah. I mean, John Carpenter says there's a sequel, and I think it might be based off one of the spin-off comics, but I don't know.
Again, leave it alone. Let it die.
It's a good one-off movie. Just let Charles and McCready sort of like die. Let their sacrifice mean something.
Yeah. And again, let it be ambiguous.
Like we've seen Prime 80s Goldblum, but but even but his back, like the fucking hairs are pussing out of his back now. It's like even grosser. Like
I love the alcohol rub thing.
Nice alcohol rub. Don't waste a woman.
Yeah, she's hot, man. She's hot.
Yeah, I didn't know you had the skin of a princess.
Yeah, boy, you can see too, like he's in fucking pain. Like, shit.
Well, we got proper underboob there for a moment too. That's
his temperament's off the fucking charts.
Be very afraid. That was in the trailer too.
Forgot to tell you, I live with my mother too. But yeah, no, be afraid, be very afraid. That was what they ran in the trailers.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, because I was had that line and I downloaded it. Oh, Seth, what are you doing?
Yeah, and once again, the addiction, it's like self-destructive.
Yep.
Yeah.
You smell bad.
You smell bad.
I never was much of anything.
But everything that she's saying, really does come from a place of genuine concern here.
Yeah.
I really like that. I really like that side of her character.
She's seen this very weird guy, this really great, brilliant guy, and he's just disappearing and fading away. The more she sees him.
Yeah, the man she knew is dissolving away, and she sees. But I love her very low energy in this.
Yeah.
Where it's just she's sad and she's trying to be the calm one, but she just sees a thing happening and he's not accepting it.
Yeah. It's the absolute disappointment in her.
Yeah.
It's basically the guy saying, "I'm fine, really, stop killing my buzz."
Yeah.
Right there, you're jealous. Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
At a whole, like he's like, you're jealous of my success, but he doesn't understand what's happening to him. She's like, they're insect hairs.
Yeah. Oh, am I sick? Let me show you. Could a sick man do this? Let me just punch through door frames.
I don't need you anymore.
Yeah. Oh man, when he throws her out, the look on her face. I mean, she's horrified for him, right? She's so concerned, and then it's dawning on her because she had an idea of that he was getting worse or whatever, but when she actually witnesses all of the changes, I mean, it really hits her.
As much right now, it's she could possibly be pregnant. So,
Oh, here we go with the bathroom scene.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the fucking nails come out, everything, and the pus is
Yeah, it's like popping zits off the end of his fingers. We're gonna have to clean that mirror.
It's a good way to have splatters without worrying the senses. Even though this got an 18 certificate here, which is basically the UK version of a hard R.
Boy, trying, you can fuck hear the damn razor tips.
Well, I love the shattering of the razor.
Yeah,
right? Whoever built that practical effect, they were good because he's throwing it with some strength, but the fact that it shatters, that it's the little things where you're showing strength that people don't normally have.
Yeah,
because take an old Norelco and try and throw and have it shatter.
Oh yeah,
you're more likely to do the tub, right?
It's like you said, Jay, when he put ran into the mirror and his finger plus, like you can hear it too.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, definitely. Do not eat this fuck. Do not watch this film while you're having dinner.
Well, and again, this is Cronenberg when he's doing his body horror, he's doing relatable body horror, right?
Yeah.
The whole shoot out the finger.
Yeah. Now I'm guessing this is Goldblum like wearing a glove, right? I mean, you can hear the fucking fingernail detaching. It's right there. So he's kind of got to now at this point realize like something, or maybe she was right. Something definitely happening to me.
No, this is fine.
Yeah. Am I dying? Yeah, Jeff or Seth, you got advanced cancer.
Okay. Yeah, one of the things they were doing is they're reproducing like different things. So when he's showing the spots, it's like when you're getting older and you have liver spots and things like that. Yeah. But some of the symptoms are like if you had radiation poisoning, with fingernails and things like that.
Yeah. I too like the small details where he's got to wear gloves now to type into the computer.
Yeah.
Oh no, secondary element, not Brundle. Like, oh shit. Yeah, that whole realization. Scanning. A second organism. Again, for 86, man, that's pretty impressive computer effects too.
Those aren't computer. Those are that's hand animation.
Wow. Okay. Shit.
They're mixing the two.
Damn.
You see, that's all painted.
Gotcha. Oh, you can tell the close up. You see his nose. There's a fucking hair coming out of his nose right there on the side of it. On right. Damn.
Yep.
Like, oh shit. Yeah, what happened to Fly? It's you.
Fusion.
Jesus. Negative.
Wait, yes, he's asking ChatGPT. ChatGPT's making all this shit up.
It's like, so what does that mean, computer? It's like you're becoming the Fly.
Yeah, congrats. You gave yourself fly cancer.
I mean, technically it wouldn't kill him. He would turn to a mutant fly.
No, it'll kill him. But I like the idea that the one set of genetics is dominant. And it's the lower life form, but the one that's been around a lot longer and been more successful.
Or even to before she sees him, even over the phone, the whole. Oh yeah, so for the last 4 weeks, damn. So she hasn't seen him in a fucking month.
Right.
Whoa.
And again, it's just fade to black and then come back up, and time has passed.
I've got much worse. How much worse? I think my only, I guess, issue with Seth would like, okay, this is happening. You may want to go to your scientist friends and like check yourself into a lab and see. I mean, you're sitting at home for the past month just like waiting it out. You know, it's. She knew it was him next by the breathing. Oh, there's the cane. That's right. I might be contagious. Jeez. Good on Goldblum.
Well, again, the aging thing. You know, he's now old man having to walk around with canes and.
I know that was an Action Nursery rhyme. How is not pure? You know, even small details. You notice on his shirt collar and his chest, there's like just like blotches and like white liquid over his fucking clothes.
Yeah, because he's been leaking.
Yeah. Splice us together.
Burn fly.
Still some humor.
Yeah.
Damn. Doesn't mean so. Like, so is like his his mind this far gone? Because at this point, like, go check into a lab, dude. You're deteriorating to death. Like, I would like, I'd be desperate to like, you know, go fucking.
Well, there's pride, and also again the obsession about the my technology and my invention. You know, I don't want to discover it, but also that he still believes he can fix this. Right. That because I mean, as they pointed out, you know, as a guy nearly won the Nobel Prize when he was 20. And he's absolutely a genius.
Yeah, she's right there because she's like, "Test can be done." He's like, "I won't be done. The tumor is spore."
Yeah, because again, what are they going to do?
Oh, I remember this, the donut scene as a kid.
God, that's disgusting.
It's so gross.
Yeah.
And then he becomes aware of it.
My hair go too. Yep. Oh, the fucking ear falls off.
Oh, come on. Who of us haven't had a body part fall off at one time or another on a date?
God. That right there as a kid gets you though, man. Exactly. All he says is, "I'm scared." Like, damn, man. Like, fuck.
Well, again, that's the why this is so much better. This is a much more sympathetic protagonist. You know, is going through this. You really feel the humanity.
Yeah. Well, and top of it too, like when he was first transforming, he was like, remember, all confident, talking fast, and he's all built and everything. Now he's like disintegrating. Like, I'm scared. Help me. Like,
yeah.
Damn. Like she says right there, if you saw him, how desperate he is, and just
yeah, I'm sure Typhoid Mary was a very nice person too.
It's right though.
Yeah, she had a wonderful singing voice.
Yeah, it's like, well, like, so what do you do now? I mean, you know, what an asshole. Can I clean your body? It's all over, like, dick.
Well, I mean, again, it's him trying to lighten the mood with humor, but he's just not reading it right.
Yeah. But even right here, so what does she want him to do? I mean, it's
She's a woman. She just wants to have somebody listen to her as she does her. No, I'm gonna talk about my things. You want me to solve this? Of course not. You're just supposed to listen. Oh, okay.
What do you want me to do? Call the cops and goddamn National Guard. You got a fly mutant creature up there who may be contagious.
Yeah, the staff this really needs to set some boundaries. Look, if you're going to try and use me as emotional tampon, I at least have to get laid occasionally. That's those are the rules.
Yeah, and even the music too. Like she walks in and it's like an old 80s horror film. Oh look, now I'm Spider-Man. Yay.
I mean, Christ, he looks like a fucking drug addict now.
Yeah.
That's a bad part. Peter Parker you don't see.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking meth head.
He's fentanyl fly.
Yeah. Yeah, Tucker.
I love these kinds of sets, these rotating sets.
Yes.
Just
They're really
absolute
cool.
engineering masterpieces.
Also, as well. I don't know. It's just it's like some kind of boss perspective or something.
It's just you lock the camera and the room rotates.
Wow.
So you don't have a visual sense of what's up and down.
On top of his teeth, even like his vocal cords change. I know you watch now. Jeremy.
Yeah, well, and the fact that the computer can't recognize his voice is a great giveaway.
Yeah.
You know, that just how far he's devolved.
He said 180-pound flies. He's twitching. He said it. Brundle fly.
Yeah. I becoming Blundell Fry.
Yeah.
How to take on goddamn Mongolians.
So yeah, because last time she seen him, he was scared. Now he's like excited again. So now it's like I guess this the fly taking over his brain because he's excited to be Brundle Fly. Like you should be terrified,
isn't he?
Yeah.
Those are actually, I mean, some of the lines where he starts talking about like insect politics and all that. Those are the ones that are really horrifying.
That's gotta be a full body. So you can see his biceps are all like the sagging and shit and disintegrating. Like his arms was fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the pus oozing through his shirt as well. It's
oh yeah, see the whole like I forgot his twitching. Good on Goldblum, man. Like
yeah.
Oh my god, look at that. Vomit drop, sure.
I love that transition too.
Yeah.
There you go, kids. Sure, this is a great children's book. Oh my god.
You don't even see it as well. Just the look on his face is
yeah, his reaction is fantastic reaction.
Oh yeah.
Once again, not hitting you over the head with it. You can
leave it to the imagination. Your imagination is far more effective than what we can show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all would have been was just been Jeff Goldblum spitting up like white liquid onto a donut, but like
we already saw that.
Exactly.
But we want to make it even more horrifying in the mind because he's obviously gotten worse, and you're showing it to someone who's never seen it.
Yep. Jeez. I'm pregnant. Oh no. Is it his? Like, you think?
Is it mine?
Yeah, is it going to come out all fly like?
Yeah, we definitely won't get a sequel off this.
Are we going to have to pile a lot of shit in his bedroom, just to keep him occupied?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, because I haven't watched it in so long, Jay. What was terrible about the sequel? Because it's been so long since I watched it. Like, it was just inferior. Like,
yeah. I mean, everything is such a huge step down. The story is pretty crap. The effects are
so
still
corporate
decent because
it's
it's the same. Yeah, and then it's big company bad is the thing there. But the effects are still good because it's the same guy, Chris Waller.
Okay. Yeah, because wasn't no premise like because she dies and like he spends his whole life in a lab and they experiment on him the entire time. Like that was the premise of the film.
Yeah, there were actually multiple story ideas that were put forward. And there was one that was actually pretty interesting where she gives birth to twins and she's concerned that they're going to become Brundlefly and they start to show signs of it. and she uses the teleportation machines to fuse the two kids into one, and the police are after her because they believe that she killed the other child.
Oh shit.
Oh boy, this one.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's
Yeah,
all I
this
remember
must
about
have horrified the fuck out of people back then, though.
this. Yeah.
Of course, we got Cronenberg obviously in the theater as well, haven't we?
Yeah, because Gina Davis, that was the only person she would trust to be there in that position.
Because up until this point, so you guys had still American Werewolf in London came out previous to this.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? So in the thing, so yeah, this was definitely seen a woman like give birth to a maggot in theaters. People probably losing their shit, man. Like,
yeah, that was definitely some Cronenberg. Okay, I'm gonna get off the chain a little bit here.
You gotta give Cronenberg credit. I mean, the guy knows how to repulse you with the body horror. He does.
Oh my god.
Oh, Videodrome is fantastic.
That's terrific.
It makes it worse too. Is like the hearing the squishing. So as in my headphones, makes it so much worse.
Well, and the fact that you see the reactions of everybody else, and you're like, "What the hell am I going to see?" And then, well, that was unexpected.
Don't worry, your kid will grow up, be 15, and get his powers. It's all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Why, man?
See, I think bees have the right idea. When bee larvae get to like the shitty teenage years, they just wall them off in a cell, and it's like, come out when you're an adult.
I said next. Oh, I forgot his fingers are merging now, almost like the Thing. He's got like two fingers in one, like his middle finger. Like,
yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, was it Rob Bottin that did the special effects? I can't remember now.
No. That was Chris Wallace for this one.
Oh man.
Yeah, Rob Bottin was the thing.
Yeah, seeing his bodysuit, just like he's twitching and shit.
And Bottin did Howling as well, right?
Yeah, great effects with Howling.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Dee Wallace Stone playing another mother in a horror film again.
Yeah. And then she became an Ewok at the end.
I said Jay, voice not recognized.
Mm-hmm. Again, losing the humanity.
Uh-oh.
Coming out.
There goes the teeth. Ah, his head just seeing him. You're like, oh shit. Oh.
It's like, oh shit, I'm British.
Wes, I'm Northern.
Oh god.
Oh man, how long did it take to put that bodysuit on? Holy fuck.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Every time I go on the self checkout, that's what I look like.
Yeah. Okay, there's one where he's wearing the contact lens.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can see it now.
Yeah, his left eye, the pupil looks much bigger.
But look, it's creepy too. He's got a fucking.
He's got his collection of what?
I'm really hoping one of those pieces wasn't his.
Oh, it's definitely his dick.
That would be cool.
I think that is his penis on the shelf.
Yeah, I mean, flies don't need it.
Yeah, his reproduction time is over.
You missed some good moments. Like what?
Well, the fact that he's still being the scientist, isn't he? He's still trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah, he's working the problem all the way.
And this is how you perfect the super soldier formula. You know?
Okay, we need a little less Sply, a little more Brundle, and
the Brundle Museum of Natural History. You want to see what else is in there? Like my dick.
Oh, that's fucked up. I mean, he's gone insane. Everything. It's
man. I was gonna say, as a kid, I didn't understand practical effects and suits, but like we said, watching this, a 6-year-old, I'm like, oh my god, this is so horrible.
Yeah,
you still see parts of his suit just sort of throbbing out as well. It's
yeah. Poor her. I wanted to see you before having an abortion. Man, yeah, you have to leave now. Because I might eat you or vomit on you.
Look,
I might hurt you.
He's sparing the fucking feelings. He's dumping air, so you don't have to do it.
It's like Jay said. You ever hear about insect politics? I love the twitching too Goldblum was doing. Man. No compassion, no compromise. Oh yeah, too. And the music, man, it's so depressing as he's speaking, man. And I'm like too, like Goldblum here. He's like talking like that. It's
It's a fucking. He never really gets put up there with the other TJers, but yeah, this is heartbreaking to watch.
It's a great scene between the pair of them. I mean, she's fantastic here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. He dreamt he was a man, loved it. Boy.
That's a great line as well.
Yes.
The insect is
The
awake.
is over. The insect is awake.
Yeah. I'm saying get out. Or eat you.
I'll hurt you.
Damn.
Yeah.
And yeah, and the swelling to the music, man. And she's like her crying, like shit.
I'm just watching this fucking movie now. I am.
Oh, it just like you just fall into it.
Man. Oh man, it
hits
you hard. It does.
Well, and again, it's you know he's holding on to the last vestiges of humanity for her, right, to protect her, but he's telling her that he's losing control and you can't come back. I'll hurt you. He knows he will because he said you can't trust the insect. All right, insect politics very brutal.
Yeah, because it's right there. He had his moment of like clarity to Seth, where the Seth version takes over for like even a minute. Like, get the fuck out of here because the fly's taking over. I can't control it anymore.
It's his last moment of real clarity where he's like okay, this is my last moments of humanity before I become the kind of brutal fly intellect, which doesn't mean that I stop being able to think. It just means that all empathy and concern for others leaves.
Of course, and like he looks over and she's like, "Yeah, oh, you get in the car with your ex-boyfriend again, huh? Yeah."
Worse, he overheard it.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize that because he probably did hear her.
Yeah, so now he knows that she's pregnant with his son,
because she never told Seth she was pregnant.
Nope.
Shit.
Yeah, she hasn't told him, but now he's found out she's pregnant, and it changes everything now.
Well, but also that he already told you that he's brutal, right? That it will be all about what the fly wants, and to hell with you.
It will be deformed, you think?
That guy's from Videodrome, the doctor.
Yeah, a lot of times these directors will get a repeat actor from a previous film.
Yep, people
they've had such a good relationship with them.
Yep.
Good way to say it. It's a child of a man who's deformed. Well, yeah, that's one way to say it.
Uncertainty.
One test.
Yeah, because you don't want people to know that this thing could be a fucking fly in a bloody pussy. In a womb, sorry.
One abortion, I'll do it myself if I have to. Yep. I'll get a goddamn coat hanger.
Yeah.
Just like I saw stairs coming in. That's no problem.
Oh, good. She's in a hospital. She's safe. There's no way anyone's going to jump through the window in a minute.
No, this is fine.
Yeah, there you go.
I like the idea that this is actually in the Videodrome universe, and this is one of the videos that they were making.
Oh no! Oh no! I mean, yeah, she can't fight him off. What's the point? He's so strong. I mean,
yeah. So the beast carries the beauty, like with the creature from the Black Lagoon. Once again, a nod back to the B movie era from the 50s.
And again, if that had been Henry Cavill that did that, she would have been happy to have him carry her away. Oh, sure, you look a little Brundlefly. Suddenly, they don't want you to save them.
Henry Cavill can get covered in shit, and he will still get pussy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's so deep. He's like, please don't kill me. Like, damn, man. Adding to the fucking drama.
Yeah, I mean, I am done. Please have this baby. Like, pass me on. Pass on my legacy.
Yeah, my own legacy.
Too bad. It's all right. I'll make you have the baby.
Yeah, too bad. Insect will take over.
Yeah.
And that side-eyed look he gives is you just see kind of the fly kick in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now he has to kind of be the hero and save Air now, doesn't he? And he was the asshole at the beginning.
Right. Again, he's the flawed guy, but again, there's very much a connection between him and Ronnie, and he cares. He's just a bit of a douche. Well, he's actually a lot of a douche.
But he was even telling her not to have the abortion. He was kind of trying to talk her out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, his idiocy. Again, dude, maybe call the cops, the police force, SWAT team. don't go in by yourself to fight a big.
Yeah, what's this for the problem? Well, my girlfriend's boyfriend is tennis flying. He's kidnapped.
Yeah. There's a giant fly man holding my my girlfriend. Sir, we're going to be over at your house first.
Ridiculous. We got a code ridiculous.
Yeah.
Send the troops.
Yeah.
With a squad car.
Send the DEA to your house because clearly you're on something.
I swear, I'm definitely not on drugs. Don't worry, it's a fly man. Like, sure.
Yeah. No, not me, the fly man. Sure.
Just send pest control.
Yeah, Orkin man.
Now you know guns. Yeah, what is that like? What kind of? Because that's something like not a normal.
Just an
shotgun.
over under 12 gauge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I always see shotguns in movies where they put the shells left to right. That's like I know it's up and down.
That's a side by side.
Yeah.
This one's an over under.
Sure.
Plus, he already knows where he lives because Ginny Davis took him there earlier.
Well, he was camping out there, spying on them when they were having sex. Yeah.
Also, he's got extensive obsessive knowledge.
Mm-hmm. His stalker powers are used for good.
Mm-hmm. Well, like you said earlier, it's setting up, isn't it? That way the plot can make sense for when he does come to this place later.
Oh, Nick, don't give him time. As far as you haven't already. Hollywood will eventually get to that well.
Yeah, they could make the scientist a black guy and have him transporting tennis to a white guy. You know, some kind of metaphor for how white people make black people feel guilty about their race.
As a kid too, how the kid is freaking me fuck out, man. Oh, yeah, there it is.
It's gross as well.
Look at that.
He melts his hand.
Jesus. Especially his screaming too, man. Like, it's got the eerie too, like his arm is shaking and disintegrating. You
can see the ghoul on the floor as well. Oh, nasty.
It goes down to the bone too. Oh,
yeah.
I'm definitely not gonna puke on your leg. Oh man.
Yeah.
Hearing the bubbling too.
Cronenberg really makes you fucking churn your guts a bit, doesn't he? Just he has to go for everything. It's bad enough you've seen it melt, but then you're hearing the bubbling. It's
yeah.
Please don't. He took his hand in his ankle.
President die of fucking shock there because he comes back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you see him go shocky because when his hand gets melted, he just kind of collapses and he's out of it.
God, you just gotta love movie magic when they just did this stuff and it would actually fool you into thinking that this guy's crawling on the ceiling when all he is just
it's just turned the camera upside down.
Yeah,
there I fixed it. Yeah.
Well, if you want to be human, then why don't you throw in a guy who's puked down? There you go. Save her. Just have you Hughes with him.
Come together. Yeah, now he's speaking really, really simple now, isn't he? He's not
yeah.
Maybe
losing his humanity more and more. It's becoming more simplified.
Yeah.
Now again, it's just grab some homos guys. It's all right, you know. You can fuse with homos guys. You'll be fine.
No, usually they're very talkative. So.
She's like, hell no. Try going there with you.
I think it's the talking that made me want to burn.
Yeah.
The clinking, clattering, chattering of homeless people
in one body.
Yeah. Think how much we'll save on movie tickets.
Yeah, there you go. Here comes Murtis as a kid. Oh God. Ripped his fucking jaw off too. Like he can't talk anymore.
I'm still moving. Fuck.
You can see there's he's shedding his knee. The body parts fall. Jesus Christ, man! The feet separating, and now the calves going back. Like
it's so revolting yet so fascinating to watch.
Look at that. So, look right there.
It just comes right out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Again, imagine watching this as a 6-year-old. She give you fucking nightmares.
And it's really there, though. That's why it's still so fucking terrifying to look at.
Yeah, she's not just reacting to tennis ball.
I know.
Yeah. Now, I'm guessing like this was probably like a puppet, right? They built.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was an animatronic.
Gotcha. Oh my God, it's so gross looking too. Its hands are like this. It's like Jesus.
But I just love at the last moment that last bit of humanity is still fighting inside there. Once again, it's all done visual. It's not spelt out.
Even like the noises the noise is like this weird, like ugh.
Yeah, you don't get some fucking asshole in the corner saying, "Oh my God, there's some humanity in this guy."
Yeah, my God, look at that! You can see him struggling to maintain his humanity. It's like, shut up, man. We can see.
Definitely next. The worst week, stop stiffing glue.
Yeah.
30 seconds. Don't worry. Thank God for this overlong timer. No.
I like how he goes Ash Williams here with one hand of the shotgun.
Yep.
He needs a fucking chainsaw now, doesn't he?
Now you pissed it off. And steps out.
I'll get you.
Yeah, I forgot that he was halfway out of the pod.
Yeah, and they fuse.
Yeah. Look at him. He's a fucking boss. He lost a fucking arm and a leg. And a leg. He's in shock. He's trying to fight it, and he's still mustering up some strength to fucking take this bastard out and save his ex-gal.
Yeah. Power of adrenaline.
Well, again, guy trying to do the right thing, even if he is a bit of a douche, you know.
Yeah.
Wait, there's more. Fusion and Brundo fly. It's like, what the hell's going to come out of there? My God. That just sounded awful, too. Just he's still alive.
Hey, Inside Out Baboon was alive.
Yeah, there's the moments I remember as a kid. Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds like
when he puts the shotgun to his head, that's the again. You don't have to say anything.
Yeah. So man, somebody built this fucking animatronic. That is badass.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Got, like pipes in him and everything. Fucking
beautiful.
Hell.
Really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, how did this film? I guess not win awards. Did it?
It did. It
Yeah,
won.
it did, yeah.
It won an Oscar for the.
Thank God, because shit. Yeah, right there. Just he puts the claw right on the shotgun.
Yeah.
Oh damn, man! No,
Puts it to his head, please.
no, my heart is breaking, man.
Yeah.
My
Look at that.
fucking heart.
Again, put me out of my misery.
No fucking words. No words. Oh, she's saying some words, but she's not spelling it out.
Well, you've
No.
She's no, I can't. Like, look at me, lady. I mean,
I mean, as great as these effects are, I mean, she's the one that sells this.
Yes.
I mean, completely sells it with that performance. That's just an incredible piece of acting.
dude, and the fucking whole head explodes too.
Yeah.
Like, oh. And I'm still pregnant too.
That's a movie. That is a movie.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Yeah. That is such a good movie.
The Fly, created by Chris Wallace. Nice.
And it just sounds. I mean, you don't need to fucking go any further than that.
So because Gary and Jason, I never watched the 50s version. Is this the same premise? I never watched the black and white version.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It's color. I think it's color with the Vincent Price version.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was black and
Yeah,
white.
it's color.
And David Hedison, isn't it, as well?
Yeah. So you don't have the gradual change. He's immediately changed, and he's got a fly head. And you don't have, it's not nearly as much of the romance. And you don't really so Brundle in this is just, I mean, he's written as such a sympathetic character that you really feel all of that. The original Fly is more of a B movie, and it's just generic science man doing science things, a little risky, and ends up turning into there you go, Flyhead.
I mean, obviously, that's
same with the Thing as well. Because
what is
that was
1958? So
it's the same with The Thing from Another World, because that was another B movie as well, where the Thing's attacking, let's just take it on well. The 1983 version goes a bit more faithful to the original Who Goes There with the paranoia aspect.
But I think you have similar things, themes in The Thing from Another World, and then Carpenter's Thing, the idea of paranoia, but it's not the infiltrator from within.
It doesn't really turn into other people. It's just this big like Frankenstein.
Yeah, it's actually a vegetable in the movie.
That's why I like the remake a bit better, because it really does go a bit more psychological as well, and especially during the time where people were paranoid because the AIDS thing had just come out as well, and that was making a lot of people mistrustful of each other, as well as kind of being a play on cabin fever, which.
Because
it's also very much about communism. That's much more the theme.
Who was an actual communist who was infiltrating your government?
Right, who's going to undermine?
They're fucking honest about it, aren't they? Hey, we're socialists,
Yeah, they take the mask off. That's a lot more helpful these days. But the thing is a little too early to really be making a reference to AIDS, because it came out in 82. It would have been made in 81. We were.
True.
CDC was just starting to notice the gay plague. Now, this movie has mistakenly been associated with AIDS.
Yes, it has. Yeah,
and
I didn't know that.
And Cronenberg made it clear that that wasn't the intent, but if that's how you see it, because your partner has AIDS or whatever, okay, whatever works for you. But he made it pretty clear that what he was trying to do was show, like, at least with the physical horror, much more about aging.
I never would have Googled this in my life, Jay, thinking that you had the Fly reference to AIDS, and like the 86 remake is widely interpreted as a metaphor for the AIDS epidemic. I've never heard that until you just said this. Holy shit.
I feel like the fact that he actually said, okay, that wasn't my intent, but I'm not going to take that away from you either.
Right, because again, it's as the audience,
it's our responsibility. Yeah, it's exactly that, isn't it? It's our responsibility to draw from a movie what we will. We don't, and this is again, which really flies against the case. Excuse the pun. Flies against the case, really, of filmmakers having to spell everything out. I mean, I would much rather the ambiguity and have my own interpretations, so that I can enter into some form of discussion with somebody about our individual interpretations. It doesn't necessarily mean that I am wrong. It doesn't necessarily mean that the next person is wrong, but it doesn't mean that we're right either.
Yeah, the thing that you always hear the phrase is art is subjective. That's an incomplete quote. The reception of art is subjective, right? The impact it has on you is going to be personal to you.
Yeah.
But the techniques that you use in making art are pretty objective. And doubly so. Like I'm very much a fan of Death of the Author, because the artwork lives based on the audience and their reception to it.
Yeah.
But the worst thing is when directors or writers come out and go, "This is what I intended," and I was like, "Oh, well, then you failed twice as much, because what you actually delivered didn't do that well at all." But I think the Gary talking about like these much better written and directors that were much more willing to go, the audience accepts what the audience accepts, and I'm good with that. The change you have now is you have people making media who believe that they are better than the audience and need to tell you how to think. And so they don't want to leave ambiguity. And so you get this very explicit kind of writing that's telling.
You need to realize no matter how superior you think you are, I mean, at the end of the day, it's the audience that makes your success.
Right. It's Dunning-Kruger working at its very, very best, I think.
Yeah. But again, there's an arrogance, the idea that, well, I control media. And so, this goes back to like Chomsky and the idea of manufacturing consent, right? Which really got a lot of traction in universities and then spread from there. But the idea that if you just control the media, then people will believe whatever you want them to believe. And as many studios are finding out, no, that's not actually how that works.
Yeah, right. Well, it's how many times every time we bombs now, it's like it's the audience's fault that you didn't get it, or you hate women or whatever, blacks or gays or whatever bullshit narrative they're gonna.
You don't like it because you don't like strong women. You're just a scared little insane.
Yeah. Me and my incel self are gonna go somewhere else. I mean, it's. And there've always been, creators that have that kind of arrogance. Ridley Scott is loaded with it. Every time his films fail, it's because Americans are stupid and they just don't understand his genius. Tony
Scott was the real fucking talent now.
He was. Well, he's certainly the more consistent one. I don't know that Tony quite hit the highs that Ridley, but he damn sure didn't hit the lows.
Yeah, the thing is though, Ridley Scott's is the more of the movie is. He kind of got to be more of a movie man to like Ridley Scott sell your stuff. But with Tony Scott, you can watch it with normies. You can watch it with anyone who's just a casual movie watcher or not a casual movie watcher who just wants to sit back and relax. That's why I love. They're more accessible.
I think Ridley Scott's genius is behind the camera and his attention to set design and the visual side of it. He should never go near a story or a script.
No, I agree.
And I think his genius is also behind him. There's nothing in front of him. No more genius, I think, is to be squeezed out of that stone.
Yeah, I think he has a combination. It's much like Lucas. When he made the prequels, he was surrounded by sycophants. And whereas when he was making Star Wars, he was getting pushed back in all directions, and he had people that he viewed as peers or better than him, giving him feedback and telling him no, or trying to guide it in a certain direction. He listened. And so you see, I think there's a curse on people who become too successful, that you lose the hunger and the drive because you've already you're at the mountaintop, but also that you no longer have people challenging you. Instead you have people just praising you, and if you don't have kind of that internal drive of being your own worst critic, it's very easy to get co-opted by that and think that your farts don't smell.
The unfortunate thing about that is that now they really are their own worst critic. Nobody is a worse critic than filmmakers today. They believe it's a reference to what you were saying earlier on about the hubris of some of these filmmakers and these producers and writers. There is no worse worse a critic than some of these filmmakers today, because they believe that they are creating works of genius.
Mhm.
And when it's the general thing about too many cooks. So you have everybody at a studio, particularly a studio movie, where you have producers, executive producers, writers, if it's TV, showrunners, etc., etc. Everybody wants their finger in that pie. And if that movie or TV show is an utter failure, it's not their fault. It sort of firmly lands on the shoulders of the director. But if it's a success, they will claim to have a hand in that success.
Yeah, it's the problem with committees, that nobody is actually responsible if it fails. Everybody claims success if it succeeds, right?
Yeah. Good question, Nick. I mean, I can I'm gonna get said for me it was VHS back in the day, but like, so both of you guys, because we always talk about bad remakes and good remakes, I'm assuming this remake is better than the 58 version.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never watched it, so.
Yeah, because we really tried to delve a bit more into it, didn't they, and give it more of an emotional core.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess to film guys that are older, like, Jay and Gary, like, you guys have seen so many fucking remakes. It seems like like you mentioned The Thing and like The Fly. Whenever I hear about remakes that in the 80s, it seems like they're good films. But now, the past decade, every time I hear a remake, they're 99.9% shit. Like, why was the 80s pumping out good remakes, but then now we're getting shit remakes? Because remakes can work.
Because
some of that's a bit of survivor bias. We remember The Thing and The Fly and go, man, those are really great. There were still plenty of shit remakes.
Trying to cash in on the nostalgia outlet, or they've got the IP and they need to do something with it, otherwise they'll lose the rights. It's
yeah. I mean, I think I think it was Ebert maybe, or one of the critics. When they were talking about this movie, this is the kind of movie you should remake. A flawed movie that just didn't land well, or wasn't written well, or had bad effects or something like that, and then go in and improve it with writing and all that. And you see that with The Thing from Another World versus The Thing, and The Fly versus this version of The Fly. I mean, they're generally the same story, generally set in the same place and all that, but it's just there's a much more interesting aspect of the story that they're pursuing, or the effects are so much better, things like that. It was one of the reasons that I had a real problem with the remake of King Kong, that Jackson just
one.
Jackson's
because they fucking drag out the first hour, and while the original got straight to the bloody point.
Yeah, but it's I'm just going to essentially retell the same story with the same beats. I'm going to drag out some other stuff or whatever. But instead of Kong, I'm just going to have giant gorilla. But that's not what Kong was. Kong was something different than giant monkey. So
it's kind of like setting the benchmark for special effects and false perspective, while the new one is just a CGI video game.
Yeah, pretty much. And again, that you're not even being interesting or novel in the way that you're portraying Kong, but you're also not improving the story in some way. Now, there may be a reason for that, because the original story, the 33 King Kong, is a hell of a story. I'm not sure you're gonna top it. You can try and improve the effects, but you have to recognize that Kong is something other than put gorilla in photocopier and hit enlarge, and then let it happen.
I think I never asked you, Jay, but like, in terms of, like, I did watch the original Dune, of course, the new one, Villeneuve, but like, stuff like that for science fiction, they couldn't do sandworms back in the 80s, like 2020 CGI sandworms. Did you like the new Dune 1 and 2, or was it shit? I mean, I liked them, but I didn't grow up with Dune. I just watched it once.
It was okay, the first one. I didn't really, it didn't really blow my scare up as much as everyone was making it out to be, but I thought it was good. It was one of the better films that came out this decade.
Yeah, I think the problem I had with Villeneuve's Dune is that that fucking piss filter needs to go away. He's been using it since Sicario, and I'm tired of it. But that there wasn't really the sense of different cultures between the different houses. He generally gets the story right. I mean, he had the luxury of having 2 movies to do it, whereas Lynch was stuck with one, and it was compressed. But the thing I'll say about Lynch is when you're in House Harkonnen, it definitely looks better or different than when you're in House Atreides. right? And there's a fundamentally different vibe going on with each of those because they really are their own cultures, and you get a sense of that. The Spacing Guild, when they show up, they are different from everybody else. The Emperor is different from everybody else, right?
Yeah.
The thing about Villeneuve is they all look like they're all part of the same country.
Yeah. I know, like, because I mean, when I was a kid, the Tim Curry It scared the shit out of me. I know It, for myself and my people, the new It Chapter 1 was pretty good. It Chapter 2 fell apart, but like, so some remakes can work, right? Just nobody nowadays is good enough to fucking make them. Because we see what happened with the Running Man this year.
Well, I think this goes back to a bugaboo that Gary and I definitely share. One of the reasons this movie works is because it's made with sincerity. They have something to say, and they believe, that the actors are actually portraying this and not like winking at the camera or I'm just doing this thing. The writer and director believes in what they're doing, isn't trying to be cynical or insert sarcasm or edgy 90s bullshit. I'm kind of on the record where I point to movies like The Last Action Hero as it's kind of the last gasp of 80s, but it's much more predicting what the 90s are going to be with the cynical meta bullshit going on and the not really being sincere with your story.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like, is there any like upcoming remakes you think that have any hope? Because I mean, of course, Hollywood's never gonna fucking stop. I know, like, for whatever it's gonna be. I know you said, Jay, before that people in the '80s don't want to let stuff go. When I heard about Gremlins 3, my only hope is that Chris Columbus is an older director, and he goes, "I'm making the Gremlins practical, not digital." So that's something positive I could see about a third Gremlins film.
I mean, we had practical Gremlins.
Yeah.
In Gremlins and Gremlins 2.
Yeah,
and yes, they also had some stop motion and all that. But again, what is the story? Stop. The worst thing about Gen X in particular is that they refuse to accept that things have a lifetime and then they end. And Star Wars, the first 3 movies are all you need. You don't need to go out. You definitely don't need the special editions where George decides to go in and start fucking with things, because I know this is my movie and I can do what I want. It was like, you can, but the reason your movies are worth anything is because of the audience. But you have so much now that's just, let me just put brand label on thing and people will show up. And you have people they're like, well, I watched The Acolyte and I hope they get better, because I mean, what would happen if we had no Star Wars? Well, we would grow the fuck up, I hope. There's nostalgia it used to be classified as a mental illness.
Wow.
Right. It was a very severe form of homesickness. Right. Wow. It's essentially a desire to go back to a place that you can no longer go to.
Honestly, I kind of believe you. Because especially with the way they're cashing in on our nostalgia and just trying to fucking keep us infantilized.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess because you and Gary, you know more 80s films, 70s than I do. Do you think there are certain films that were like limited? Say Dune, for example. Dune was limited to the technology at the time. Are there any films back in the 70s, 80s that could come out in 2026 that actually would benefit from modern technology? I mean, in terms of like CGI and stuff like that,
I think Gary might be away from the mic for the moment. But
sorry about that. Sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry, my mic was off. Sorry. I mean, I think that I think there are some that might deserve a remake, but they would have to be movies that need to be improved upon. Maybe something that had the essence of a really good story with some great characters, but somehow they may be undershot footage, or they just didn't have the budget to finish the movie properly, or there wasn't enough money to go in, full stop. But the essence of it is, if you have a great story, you can improve on the look of a movie. You can make a movie look really slick and glitzy and very, very nice and shiny and fluffy. But at the end of the day, if the story is no good, it makes no difference what the visuals are. You can have as big a spectacle as you like, if the story isn't there, if we don't feel anything for the characters, whether that be, love, excitement, hatred, or sympathy, empathy, horror, etc., it makes absolutely no difference. I mean, I could probably reel off a list of 100 movies from the 70s and 80s that could, that might deserve a remake, but whether they would be successful remakes is anybody's guess. But I think, as Jay was saying, it's this nostalgia thing. It's great. I would suggest that an awful lot of these people that are hooked on this nostalgia trip at the studios, the remakes that we're getting are probably, and the franchises that we're getting are probably things that their parents really enjoyed, and they thought, well, my mom and dad really enjoyed that when they were younger, so how about if we do this? Yeah, I'd like to be involved in a Star Wars movie. I'd like to be involved in a Transformers movie, or whatever the franchise might be. But they don't seem to appreciate that you have a ready-made audience right from the start. And if you don't comply with what your audience are looking for example, Star Wars or Star Trek, I mean, I wouldn't touch either of them with a barge pole, if I'm totally honest. But I think, if you want to pay fan service, you have to appreciate your fans, your ready-made audience. You're going to retain them, and if the story and characters are good enough, then you're going to get great response from new fans. I don't think that you can make something for what they try to call a modern audience, because a modern audience has never, ever, ever existed. There is no such thing. It's a myth.
Just the audience. That's it.
It's the audience. It's just an audience. No such thing as a modern audience. But as soon as they wake up, I'm sure we'll get something decent to watch.
Yeah, that's going to be a long time. But honestly, Star Wars is fucking dead now. Indiana Jones is dead. Star Trek is dead. Star Wars. It's all gone now. Just let it fucking slide. Let us just enjoy the old stuff, the good stuff, the good stuff that made us love these things in the first place.
Yeah, I think
James Bond.
The problem you have is that you have a lot of people running. Well, the studios. There's been so much consolidation that now these are mega corporations, mostly run by MBAs, and if you look at something like Star Wars or Star Trek or whatever, I mean, the Mad Max ones drove me insane. Where it was like, I'm sorry, you're going to spend how much? Mad Max was never a broad, IP. It was always kind of niche. And again, as long as if you can budget accordingly, then you're fine. But the MBA mindset is, we've spent all this money establishing brand, and so why would we just then stop? That's already sunk costs that we've done to make people aware of it. So it's money that we don't have to spend for next project. So let's just make sure we keep doing thing that is brand. And also the idea of like widgets that there's a demand for this. We can just make more of them and somehow that'll work. I was like, that's not how the creative process works. It's damn sure not how storytelling works.
I'm just looking at these movies. Sorry about that, but there's another Cat in the Hat for fucking Toy Story 5, everything. Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm listening to Jay talking about. Just as this for 2026. I mean, what is coming out besides like no one's got a name, but him and the Odyssey is, I guess, the only big epic for next year. That's I mean, again,
I expect that to trip on its dick and fall down.
Yeah,
I am not looking forward to next year. I really am not. I don't even know. I might quit YouTube just because of the fucking lineup we got next year. Jesus.
I mean, they are making Dune Messiah, which is the third Dune film.
They have a real problem with that because of Villeneuve's changes in Dune and Dune Part 2. Dune Messiah means he's going to be writing it, and Villeneuve's another one that should never be near a script.
Yeah. I mean, I know I know Drinker talked about that film called the one with Ryan Gosling in it, the project Hail Mary, that has potential. I mean, we're getting, of course, another Jumanji, Street Fighter, Cat in the Hat, another Hunger Games.
Right. I'm looking more forward to fucking
Violent Night too.
I am.
I mean, just
I mean, this is
new Spider-Man.
This is nothing new. The 80s were fucking loaded with sequels. You know, it really started to kick up in the late 70s, you know, with Jaws 2 and all that. You know, oh my gosh, this is a blockbuster. We need to keep making movie. You know, in the 80s, you know, what was it when you guys were watching Hellraiser? You realized there were 9 or 10 of them now.
I know.
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
they were like straight to fucking video, wasn't they?
Yeah,
So-
but like the first 4 weren't, at least. And
Yeah, the
you
fourth
know,
one was in space, wasn't it?
well, Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, a ton of them all in the theaters.
Yeah, because
Friday the
well,
13th,
because-
Jesus Christ, Halloween, how many?
Because they were very quick, weren't they? They were very quick to make. But then again, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is pretty fucking dope. So
I mean, in terms of sequel, I mean, obviously Mario's gonna be a brand name with the Mario films, but Mario Galaxy sequel, Ready or Not 2 sequel. We got
I've not
Devil Wears
listened to
Prada
that
2
one yet.
sequel, Mortal Kombat 2 another sequel, and then we got fucking Scary Movie 6 and Scream 7 the same year, more sequels. Toy Story 5 another sequel, another Minions film sequel, Moana, basically live action remake, but like holy the sequels
remake,
next year.
Oh,
Everything-
Mando
everything.
and Grogu.
Yeah, we just Star Wars.
Another
yeah.
Star Wars. Oh, look, the TV series that we're going to make a movie, and that's not going to do well.
yeah, I'm gonna. If I end up reviewing these, my audience is gonna get fucking bored very quickly. It's like
I mean,
it's on
I guess-
negative.
I guess you could say He-Man just because like the Dolph Lundgren one was considered low budget. That could be potential if they actually give a fuck and put production into a He-Man. But
Oh yeah, that worked well when they had Kevin Smith doing it for Netflix.
yeah. I mean,
It's
just,
really all about the women. Oh, fuck off.
again.
Yeah,
I mean,
another music biopic that no one asked
Yeah.
for.
Michael
I
Jackson,
think so. The industry
That
is.
actually looks like it might be good. That might actually
that's
be
all I
good.
can see for next year right now. I may want to see.
I think that the industry is in dire straits and has been for a while. And the problem is that they become so big, they are dependent on blockbusters to the exclusion of everything else, which means that they can't take risks. And because they're public companies, number has to go up, or you get a big change in management. Unless you're Disney, in
I
which
don't know why
case you
they don't
just
just put some money on some smaller budgeted movies because that
because it can't move the needle enough for them. Again, what you don't have is small, you don't have the Lad company putting out stuff like Blade Runner and things like that, and early taking risks. You don't have a Paramount, and it's just Paramount. Disney used to be a fairly small studio. And then everybody started acquiring everybody, and here we go. Now they own 20th Century Fox.
And all the fucking useless DEI hires and actually get some actual script writers who have actually accomplished, and some that are actually willing to accomplish.
I still don't think that saves them, because they are built for a market that existed a decade or two ago. The idea of a monoculture is done. That we're not going back to that. We're kind of reverting back to what was historically the way things were, which was that you had a number of small audiences that you could appeal to, and occasionally you'd have a big crossover, but that was a rarity.
Not only that, we've got the classics getting re-released, aren't they? I mean, just to keep some fucking money going in the cinemas.
Yeah, so that's the other thing, is that theaters are going to have to unbundle themselves from the major studios, because the major studios are doing nothing but sinking theaters by taking up all the screens and having a problem. You're gonna, the idea of it independent, much like in the 70s, it was the independents that really saved a lot of studios who had got stuck in making disaster movies and Bible epics and things like that, and
I guess they could go back then, but
I don't think they can, right?
I'm guessing back then in the 70s, the needle wasn't so high.
Well, again, you had studios that were just studios. Their job was to make movies at the end. That isn't true for any studio anymore. MGM is owned by Amazon. You're going to have the Warner Brothers sale at some point. Paramount, also CBS and some other things as well. Disney owns everything. You have these huge conglomerations, and they make money by means other than just making movies. And so what you're going to need is something like a Roger Corman, who comes in and goes, I see how everything is working, and the hell with all of that. I'm just going to kind of run parallel and do my own deals with theaters and all that, and control budgets and become the the proving grounds for new directors and new actors and writers and effects guys and all that. And they may that parallel kind of system may be the thing that replaces the big studios now, because the big studios, again, they're far too large to be able to take risks, and they are built around a model that's dying. They're much like there's a reason that Warner Brothers Discovery is trying desperately to split off the linear TV side from the Warner Brothers side, because linear TV side's dying. And if I told you, hey, I built like the largest entertainment company in the world, and we're totally geared on television, linear television, broadcast stuff, everybody would look at me like I was an idiot, because I would be. But that's how movie studios have built themselves as well. That they are built for a monoculture and a media landscape that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. I mean, do you think, Jay, like it's gonna, from a business standpoint, like some people have said that the theater experience will be kind of like Broadway, like you'll have a couple of theaters here and there, but it's gonna be like you're not gonna have anywhere near what it is now. Like they'll never truly die, but they'll be like a niche thing.
I think you have a couple of options with the theaters. I can tell you that the path that they're on right now has been bad, and it's been bad for a while, which is okay. The area that we used to just have a screen, we now chop it in and we have 5. And we essentially are just overgrown living rooms, with screens that I could actually match with a home projector and a big wall. So you don't get, and oh, by the way, they are just bland and meaningless, right? I grew up in a time when the movie theater that we went to, was an old Art Deco movie palace. When you walked in, you felt like this was an event, right? The architecture itself made the experience matter, right? You kind of felt like you wanted to put on a tie, when you were there. And so the idea of a public experience where it is also a shared social event, that's what they're going to have to do. And I think you had a good example of the possible future of that with Netflix and K-pop Demon Hunters, where they proved the desire and the audience for it via streaming, but then they intentionally did a theater run where it was a sing-along, because make it a social experience, and you suck people in, right?
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioning that, because I was actually just going to say that I think the irony is that I think that the next step is that the streaming services like Apple and Netflix, these are possibly going to be the saviors of cinema, particularly because if they want one of their movies to have a chance at any Oscars, they have to have them have a limited run at the theaters. So if the Academy were to only accept a Netflix or Apple TV movie that has had maybe a 6-week run, maybe a far longer run than just like a week or 2 weeks, they could genuinely be the savior of theaters, and could bring more and more people back to theaters. That's what I'm hoping, anyway.
I wonder if that would require the Oscars or an equivalent that isn't run by the MPAA but is run by the theaters, right? Because what you had is, the MPAA is essentially, oh look, it's all the people that are already in big conglomco making these decisions, and the studios right now are in direct competition with theaters because of their streaming services. And so the incentive is going to be, oh, well, let's make an exception for the streaming because we already have streaming, and here you go. Whereas the theaters, who are actually, the ones that really need to be worried, they're going to be the first ones that die, because they're smaller and they overexpanded themselves. But if they took it upon themselves to set up awards, and a ceremony for that, and tried to actively bring in marketing within the theaters and all that, right? They kind of have to take on the responsibility as the voice of the audience,
Yeah.
Because the studios aren't.
Yeah. No, it's like you said, Jim, it's like people can love or hate the whole. I said with K-pop Demon Hunters, I watched it just because Leon asked me to, and it was cute. I wasn't target audience, but I do respect the fact that on Halloween, it's like they had different. Even in my area in Albany, it's like, hey, we have sing-alongs, and like, hey, want to take your 10 to 14-year-old girl, and they could have 5 or 6 little friends all go to an event. And that made like a lot of girls want to go out there, have a K-pop Demon Hunter sing-along, and it keeps them out of trouble. But yeah, it makes them want to go out to the theater because. Like I've always said, and talking to Gary about and UJ about taking Christian to see stuff. Christian, yes, he's the exception out the rule. Most of Christian's friends don't watch the stuff only because I'm his father. I bring him to see stuff, but he's 18. Most kids 18 and under aren't into movies the way we were because it's just not. It's not an event the way it was for our generation and your guys' generation.
I think it's a bigger risk too. Like when Gary and I were growing up, it was we'll go to the movies. What are we going to see? I don't know. We'll pick something when we get there.
Yeah,
and your likelihood of picking something good was very high. Whereas now I look and go, okay, there might be one movie a year that I might be interested in seeing. Yeah. And then the more that they do marketing, I realize, no, I didn't actually want to see that.
Oh, I said last night, Gary, when me and Jay were on Nick's Masculine Monday, that I said, because of Regal, I've actually seen like 100 films this year, but I have my Regal app. Now, if you say, Chris, how many films would you have paid for? I have 100. Maybe I'm being generous. Maybe 4 out of the 100 I've seen this year, and that's only because of Regal app that I'm going to see these films for. But again, ticket prices. I mean, me taking Christian to go see fucking F1, it's like $50. F1 was great, but like most films, I'm not spending $50 to take my kid to see a shitty film for 2 hours. And it is like like Jay was saying, I remember when movie tickets, I mean, I'm younger than you guys, but like $5, but we still do have like the Tuesday matinees or Regal discount Tuesdays, but still, I mean, yeah, on a Friday night, mom and dad taking their kids to see a film. It's you're blowing $100. Then you want to add concessions. Then you have 2.5 hours of like Disney telling me why my kids should be trans or something or whatever. Like or the Star Wars now Rey's overpowered and Luke Skywalker is a worthless pussy. And I'm not blowing $100 to be lectured for 2.5 hours.
Yeah. All the movies today. I'm just going to jump off right now. All right, I'm going to jump off. Thanks for having me. I was glad to stream with you, beautiful bastards.
Yeah, buddy.
I'll take a break now, and I will be on later on Lance's stream, the Outcast Creative. So
yeah, dude.
I will see you there, Inside Man, if you're coming. I don't know if you're going to be on there.
Okay, mate.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. All right then, mate.
Catch you all later.
See you, mate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that the real litmus test is, in 5 years' time, are we going to be watching any of the movies of today? From movies from 5 years ago, how many of those movies can you remember? And would you want to go out and buy a physical copy of that? And I find that is my litmus test.
Mm-hmm.
What movies from 5 years ago am I watching now? The answer to that is none. What movies of 10 years ago am I watching now? The answer to that is none. 20 years, the answer is very, very few. Mm-hmm. How many of those movies do I own on 4K or Blu-ray? Hardly any. Certainly none from the last 15 years.
I think that goes to your commentary about there is no modern audience. Stories are the ones that actually last are universal, and I could put them in any setting, and I could show it to an Arab trader on the Silk Road or a Greek from Athens during the Hellenistic heyday, and they would understand it because humans have been humans for a long time. There's nothing new. The same problems and the same questions come dressed in different costumes, but they're always the universal things. And so when we look at like the 58 version of The Fly, it's reckless technology. This one is much more of a human story, and the tragedy is much stronger in this one than it was in the 58 version. And it's one of the reasons this movie is so much more affecting and has far more people who have seen it. In the same way that if you watch Casablanca, again, that's set in the 40s during World War II, none of which, I may or may not have been there. I can't confirm that. But the fact is that I can watch that and be sucked into it just as easily as anything, you know.
Absolutely.
Because it's written brilliantly, it's shot brilliantly, it's acted so, you know, in such a genius level, and it was a throwaway movie at the time.
Strange, isn't it, that was actually going to be a B movie?
Yeah,
in essence. But
I mean,
and there are a couple of sorry, mate, go on.
Oh no, I was just gonna say to you and Jalen, you guys know I take Christian to see re-releases, but like right here, Google that taking my kid to go see Jaws. Jaws is 50 years old, and it was number 2 when it came out. It did another 16 million. The movie's fucking 50 years old. I took Christian to go see Back to the Future, the 40th, and I mean, surprisingly, and I told people my theater was 7 o'clock at night. I about half sold out. The amount of kids that were 10 and under to go see Back to the Future. Back to the Future is 40 years old, and I said, how many films the past decade am I going to take my grandkids to see? Probably none.
Yeah.
Well, I think the one thing that worries me about the obvious success of re-releases and all that is that the dangers would become backward looking in our culture, that we're always looking to the past for better days or when things were better.
Yeah.
And that should make everyone very nervous. You know, that we no longer believe we can. I mean, you look now and go, you know, in 1969 we put a man on the moon, and we ain't been back since what, 72. And we decide, oh, we're going to do it again, and we're nowhere close. You know, the Boeing is, you know, oh, we made a rocket, it doesn't actually work, we got a problem, whatever. How is it that guys with slide rules could put this together and we can't? And so you begin to think that that the people in the past were better or more capable, or there was some magic bullshit happening at the time that allowed it to happen, when we are always able to write good stories. We are always able to tell things that touch and affect people, or you know, give a warning, or, you know, any of the reasons that we do story, in the same way that we are capable at any time of meeting challenges. But once a culture believes that its best days are in the past, it can no longer meet those challenges.
Yeah, and that's what's scary. I've said this like how many times less. I mean, hopefully in 11, 20 years to see Jaws 70th. But yeah, I mean, how often we're gonna start saying, hey guys, remember this 50-year-old Jaws film, this 40-year-old Alien film, Terminator now is 40, but you're gonna hit a point where it's like, yeah, time will catch up where it's like, okay, guys, not many kids are gonna want to see a 50-year-old film, when it's like, hey guys, now it's 2050, and like, remember that one great film for 2000 that never existed? Like,
I think they can be quite inspiring for younger people, for new audiences that may want to get into making movies and writing. You know, you have these, you know, these movies, these 40, 50, 60 and 70 or even 80-year-old movies are still out there. So everybody will have access to watching those movies. And they did come from a time where obviously movie theaters were a very, very important part of popular culture and society. But the stories were, it's not to say that they weren't bad movies throughout all of those decades, because they were some terrible, terrible movies. But the good ones weren't just good, they were great. And they were great because they were written well, they were directed well, they were acted well. I think people tend to look back at those things in order to, not necessarily just for a nostalgia thing, but because they want to be entertained, rather than you know, rather than have to sit through 2 hours of absolute dross. Which is why I go back. I still, you know, I still get the same kinds of feelings. It's funny you mentioned, you cited Casablanca. I get exactly the same emotional feelings every time I watch that movie, and I watch it frequently. But I feel exactly the same every time I watch that movie, and it's a great feeling to have. You know, and I wouldn't want to get rid of or dismiss any older movies. I'd like to try and watch as many as I can. Unfortunately, the last 2 decades have produced very little, I feel, that is worthy.
Yeah, that won't have any staying power in the future, right? You know, again, that it lacks the universality and all that. I think you know, the key metric. I mean, if you want to know if a movie is great or not, a great movie improves on rewatch.
Yeah,
that every time you rewatch it, there's something new that you notice and appreciate, and you're like, oh my god, you know, I've seen this 50 times and I never saw that thing. And now it got my attention. And oh, was that clever? Oh, they did this right. You know, that you can, it just improve. And also that at different times in your life, you can watch it and it may affect you in different ways, even though like the overall feeling is the same. But you know, like watching something when I'm 20 and watching something when I'm 50 are two different things.
Definitely.
You have a different understanding of the world. But the thing is, you can either remember of that time when oh yeah, I remember when I was, you know, it's about younger people, and you're like, yep, I remember thinking those exact same things, and boy, is that not going to work out for you in the future, or you know, you're setting yourself up, or a thing that you saw. The one thing about that enrages me is the intentional writing of children's movies to be stupid. Mostly written by people who don't have children and don't understand how smart children are, but also that you know, the best children's movies also appeal to adults because there are, you know, subcontexts and layers to the story, but also that often it's a distilled principle that you're trying to convey, or a distilled emotion that cuts through a lot of the bullshit that older people tend to throw on, because we'll do, but everything's kind of gray or whatever. And it's helpful to be reminded at times that things can still be black and white and still work.
And it's funny, that's an argument that I've had with so many people talking about children's movies in particular, because whether it be children's movies or children's television, I think if there's one group of people that absolutely deserve the best that we can give them in entertainment, is children. You know, they deserve it. It's not just something they deserve. I think it's something that they need, because of the way that these things can help them, you know, inform them about their feelings, maybe things that they don't understand. Not being preachy, but you know, some of the movies that I watched when I was a child that stuck with me and still stick with me now, and helped me, you know, as a very, very young child, understand certain things about, you know, the feelings and how the world works, and you know, sense of excitement and adventure and love and loss and, you know, terror. You know, it's nice to have that in a tiny little block of 120 minutes, or you know, 90-minute little block that you know, your child can sit in front of, and then they've been informed about something, or they've been entertained about something. But I've always believed that children are the one audience that everybody should be concerned about, the dross that's being dished up for these poor little sods, you know.
I mean, we're just, you know, if you think that the adult movies that are nothing but spectacle, James Cameron, I'm looking at you with Avatar. You know, you know, oh look, it's tech demo, and people just go in, and might as well just be a fireworks display for 2 hours. It's worse for children's programming, and I think, you know, we often make, you know, again, most of what's being made for children are made by people who don't have children, or even seem to have encountered children. But the thing about writing for children is that a thing that we are familiar with will be novel to them, because it may be the first time they're experiencing that. And you have to think about, you know, that's boring, I'm going to do something else. Like, hold up. We are constantly making new humans who have not experienced this thing. Right. And looking at like classic children's entertainment, I mean, Disney movies, you look at them, they're fucking horrifying. You know, Bambi, mom gets shot. You know, Dumbo, you're separated from mom, you know, the train wreck and all that, and all that. And if you just look at it, it's horrible. But you do that to kind of, they're intentionally setting the children up to say, oh my God, this horrible thing. But guess what? Even the worst thing that you can imagine can still work out well, right? That you can still get through that. And you know, you'll go on a strange journey, and it's just you, because there's a reason your parent isn't with you, and it's not because they don't love you. You know, that something took them out. And you know, there's a sense of independence. You know, that you have experiences, you can make mistakes, and you can still overcome them. And you know, I know Gary and I both run into 40-year-olds that can't handle the idea that you can overcome a mistake. Right. You know, and that, everything you have to be praised for everything. Well, honey, you came to the wrong place if you asking me for that. Right?
That's a good question. Nick said I've talked to both of you guys about on various streams about the whole the current kids with the TikTok brain. And you know, I've actually heard people on social media and friends say, I don't want to go to a theater anymore because I go to a theater to get escapism and watch a film and have the fucking audience on their goddamn phone. So I do wonder for both of you guys, is it because of who knows in 5 years what the new TikTok or YouTube shorts will be or something, but is people of 40 and above that our generation's going to age out of because it seems like most kids now don't want to go to the movies because they're on their fucking phones all the time.
I think again that speaks to the generic experience that going to the theater is now, and it speaks to the content that's there. You know, the might as well check my phone because there ain't a damn thing going on the screen, and the movie maker will helpfully play loud noise, so I have to look up to see thing that matters, right?
Asshole.
You know, the thing about you know, I'm competing with the tablets or the phones or whatever. Look, books and movies had to compete. You know, there's an audience, and then there's a group of paste eaters. Okay, well, we're just not making it for them. You know, the understanding that you may have a constrained audience, and thus should constrain your budgets accordingly, seems to have left the building, right? And so you have people making decisions who already have a very low opinion of the intelligence of the audience, and then they want to make it for everyone, so that opinion needs to go much lower, and what you get is stuff that everybody just kind of looks at and goes, that occurred, it made noise and kept me distracted for 2 hours, because I think a lot of people nowadays, due to the way that phone devices work and social media and all that, you know, these are industries that actually have gambling addiction specialists hired to make sure that you're constantly paying attention, because the attention economy is what most of this is built on, right? But that if I have to compete with that kind of thing, well, then I better bring something to the table that really engages. And even if I only engage with 10% of the total available market, as long as I'm aware of that, okay, well, then I can make that work. I can make money doing that, and hopefully turn the tide a bit, right? That would what we all, you know, one of the 3 sacred prophecies, Idiocracy, points out that, you know, the movie Ass won all of the Oscars, and it was just, you know, 2 hours of an ass farting on screen. And you know, I remember the speech at the end where he was like, there was a time when we knew whose ass it was and why it was farting, and I believe that time can come again. You know, we may do it in baby steps and kind of get it, but you know, I don't think we're ever at an end of, oh no, this is the end of thing, because it you know, certainly if you're talking about storytelling, as long as humans exist, we'll tell stories.
I mean, I do wonder, because what Nick was saying about the whole tablet and TikTok generation, because again, K-pop Demon Hunters showed that the Netflix put it out for 2 days, did fucking 50 million. And Demon Slayer this year, Demon Slayer is an anime, and it's the biggest movie globally of the year, Demon Slayer. And also said, I saw Minecraft, I recognized Minecraft was pretty terrible, so didn't Gourd King. But I'm also watching Minecraft saying, yeah, I'm not the audience for this shit. It's probably gonna make bank. Minecraft almost did $1 billion, so maybe people say, well, stuff keeps bombing, like you're saying, Jay. If you keep them interested, they will go in droves to see Minecraft. I'm not a fan of it, but Minecraft being on their fucking phones and tablets didn't stop Minecraft from doing $1 billion.
Well, it became a social event, and much like, you know, when Gary and I are both old enough to remember when cons started and became a thing, right? And it was Star Trek conventions where it was, you know, this was an audience that was so rabid that when they heard that the series was canceled, they sent hundreds of thousands of letters to the studio, and CBS was like, okay, well, I guess we need to go ahead and renew this for another season. That might not have been the best idea, because they didn't have some of the best. They had some pretty crap stories and limited budgets, but there was an audience there. And then when it was gone, all of these people who all had this shared interest began to gather and created these little gatherings. And the first cons were, you might have 100 people. And then they just keep growing. And it's because we want to be around other people who like the same thing that we do and appreciate it, especially if it's something that has a bit of depth or really touches us in an emotional way. And so the idea of K-pop Demon Hunters, I mean, oh my gosh, and it's going to be, they intentionally said this is a sing-along. So all of these people who viewed this in their home can now meet up with hundreds of other people who all like the same thing, and we can all sing together. And in a world where we don't have nearly enough social interaction, that was a chance for them to do that. I look at that and go, yeah, let's have more of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, part of the problem is that we do have writers that just put together a word salad, and they like to call it a script. Non sequitur sequences and scenes and shots and nice visuals, nice sounds. And it just might happen to have somebody in that we like, or happens to be a particular flavor of the month. That seems to be almost certainly what the formula that they're operating by is.
Yeah.
But also I think we have people that think that they can write and they can't. And as I mentioned before, this is the Dunning-Kruger effect, in full force, but we have the popularity of a guy called Blake Snyder. Blake Snyder has written a series of books, or has written a book or a couple of books that have now been picked up as a franchise called Save the Cat. Right. And he claimed when he was still alive, he claimed that he had cracked the code on screenwriting. The same code that he cracked on screenwriting was around, well, it's kind of been around since the 1930s, so it was no new thing. But of course, he made a successful career out of this book, and this is a guy who claimed that he was a successful screenwriter. His most successful screenplay, and the only screenplay that he actually had made into a movie, and this is one of his boasts, is "Stop or My Mom Will Shoot." That's his. He wrote that movie, and suddenly he's an authority on writing screenplays.
Yeah.
And the unfortunate thing is that we actually have now a huge swathe of people across the world that genuinely believe that this is the formula to writing screenplays. And it isn't. And I've seen them. I've seen some of these screenplays that have gone to studios, and you can identify them. They stand out a mile. If you watch some of these newer movies, you can tell this is somebody who read Save the Cat and suddenly believed that they could write a screenplay.
Right.
So, but this is where they're all, they're the authority figures, or what they consider to be the authority figure who is giving them the benefit of their experience. It's people that do not have the experience that are giving the advice and are trying to impart what little knowledge they have. Just because they think it means that that's how it is. If they think it and they impart what they think to other people rather than what is, and that's why we have a generation of absolute garbage screenwriters. There are still some great screenwriters out there. There really are. The unfortunate thing is, because they're non-compliant, they're non-compliant with how studios want them to operate, they don't get the work. So it's the compliant ones that do everything as they're told. They're the ones that get the work, and of course they're very cheap.
Yeah, I had to pop in the box office. I'm not sure you guys heard about that. I actually brought my son to see Nesva because it was for Regal. I guess they said maybe China may have lied about the numbers, but according to like the numbers, China did like $1 billion in China alone. This Nesva too, but take that away, Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, Lilo and Stitch is the only $1 billion movie of the year.
Wow.
That just says a lot because
and that
I mean,
was a pretty shit script that actually subverted
yeah.
the original.
Yeah.
Minecraft 950, but you could guesstimate almost $1 billion. But yeah, even Jurassic Park. Still 800 million is not bad in a sense, but Jurassic Park, all the previous films or Jurassic World, were still doing at least $1 billion, and then after that, it just goes in F1, what original property 600, but everything is just so low. And again, Nesva, I'm not sure. Say reports were just saying because according to they said it did like $1 billion in China alone. I'm not sure if China's pumping out $1 billion animated movies. But I mean, technically speaking, according to the numbers, that's the high.
Yeah, a cool story, bro. But look at the domestic, and it was like 28 million. All right, well,
yeah,
there you go.
And I'm going to go see it because I was curious because it got released because it came out in January. And to the credit, I mean, I'm not sure what China's budget animation wise, probably the best looking movie I've ever seen. But yeah, I mean who knows how true these numbers really are? But I mean, because look, this is China. It says it did 1.8 billion in China. Like,
yeah, it was convenient.
wow. I mean, for one movie to do a 1.8 billion just in China, I didn't know the Chinese market was that massive. Where one film does 1.8 billion in one territory alone.
It's probably ordered to go.
Yeah.
Because I can't see a single American film we've made ever that's did a 1.8 billion just in America. I mean, I don't know, but yeah,
maybe Gone with the Wind. I don't know. It would.
Yeah, I mean, look at Predator Badlands 174, Jay, for that. Remember that?
Oh, you talked about that thing. This is the best ever, and has made more money than anything. And this is a huge success for Dan Trachtenberg, the crayon eating idiot that wrote that. I mean, I hold him in nearly the same esteem I do Damon Lindelof when it comes to writing.
I mean, in terms of originality, so technically speaking, the most original film would be F1, which did 600, which for F1, that's pretty fucking impressive. But everything else, okay, you got Sinners did 367 original film, Weapons 268, but yeah, everything else is just sequel. Well, One Battle is 200 million, so not bad. But yeah, just the point is the whole the $1 billion blockbuster was Lilo and Stitch for 2025, and we'll see how Avatar 3 does. But yeah, the whole we're pumping out $1 billion films. That's 2025 is taking the biggest hit in the fucking global box office, man.
Yeah.
And what's 2026 gonna fucking bring us?
You had a pretty nasty confluence of events with the stupid restrictions that we chose because, oh my God, there's a new flu coming out in 2020. Make sure you catch the sequel if you can. The studios kind of hitting the end of the normie cosplaying as nerd culture thing that was going on, which is why you had such a huge blow up with the early Star Wars movies, and then the early Disney sequels, right? Notice that they got worse financially over time, but also Marvel and DC and all that. And so then we decide we're going to have restrictions, and we're going to break everybody of the habit of going to the theater. Right as we begin to release some of the worst fucking sludge you will ever see on God's green earth, right? And shockingly, this negatively impacted theater revenue, and it was so much easier for people to just go, you know what, I'll just wait until streaming or find something else to watch, and I'm not going to do it. And this is, we are now in and then we saw the slate that was going to be released for this year, and it was all just fucking sequels or live action remakes or things like that. And boy, has that played out. This will work when there's a certain kind of social contagion going around where, we do Thing, we will see Thing together or whatever, but that's breaking apart, and you don't have that anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say also, this is funny because Niat's always breaking down numbers. So the right people on social media will say, okay, well, hey, Superman, right? They did whatever 600 million, and that's pretty good. And when you break down budget, but Gary, I wrote down on my news shorts the other day. So Deadpool and Wolverine, this shows how much Disney and these companies are fucking lying, because it's Deadpool and Wolverine, right? Did 1.3 billion. The budget was 200 million. It was a big success. However, 2 days ago came out the UK actually released the actual fucking production because they filmed Deadpool 3 in the UK. Well, no, it cost more like 500 million.
It was 550.
Yeah. But according to
not including marketing.
Yes, but according to Disney, oh no, we spent 200 million on Deadpool 3. It's 1.3 billion. It's a success. No, 500 million or 550 is a lot different than 200, son. So half these fucking numbers when they'll say like, oh well, Captain America, look, it did 400 million. The budget was like 100 million. Bullshit. You guys are lying.
Yeah,
your
wasn't even
fucking-
close to that.
Yeah, it's like they're bleeding.
Well,
fucking
and
money.
again, it's the there was a time when we understood and we were allowed to understand that certain movies are genre movies, and you adjust your budget accordingly. And the idea of sci-fi and superhero and things like that, those were genre movies. You know, you constrained the budget, and you had a subset of the audience that you anticipated getting. And if it went, you know, if it went more mainstream, great. That's found money, but you make it so that you can make money by just appealing to that you know, subsection of the general audience. And that no longer applies because we have idiots in charge who think a brand exists, and so we will just pour money into it, and somehow through the magic of branding it will become the multiplier, and if you just throw in enough money it'll make $1 billion. But also that these studios can no longer afford to have small successes. Right, their stock price and the overhead and just the sheer personnel load that they carry, they have to just crank out $1 billion movies in order for it to and have them be successful. The problem is that Disney doesn't even bother to do that. They're just looking to score that. Look, we had another $1 billion movie because that will make stock price go up, not the actual revenues.
Yeah, and Disney said that they can say for 2025, our $1 billion film is Lilo and Stitch, which I guarantee when they make Lilo and Stitch 2, that just came off the brand name of Stitch selling merchandise. But they can't say, okay, we have like there's nothing else that Disney's put out this year besides one remake that did $1 billion. It's like to what Jay would say as well. I mean, I watched Demon Slayer with Jay on Gucci's channel initially, but Demon Slayer financially, right? Well, it's like what did 600 million? Yeah, but the budget was like 20 million on Demon Slayer. That's also why that's successful versus like, yeah, Superman did 600 million. Yeah, but you fucking spent 400 to make it. So you're not really,
you can't make your money back. You know, it was like the Fury Road, Mad Max Fury Road and Furiosa. You know, they had 150, 200 plus $1 million budgets, and it was like, are you high? You know, Mad Max is well known for being like the most successful movie because it cost like $8 to make, and then made, you know, $1 million or 2 million, and then as they increased the budgets, those films never really grew the audience. They just kind of shrunk the profits from it. It's why the property went dead for a long time. But in an era of must mine for nostalgia, oh, that is the thing I recognize, or my parents mentioned, and so let's revive that. And then we're shocked when nope, the audience is still about the same.
Yeah, I guess Box Office Mojo didn't update that, but that's said right here. Demon Slayer fucking budget 20 million did over 700 on a 700 million on a $20 million fucking budget. That's insanity. Yeah, and that's the only anime is the only thing that's pumped this out. Where even Chainsaw Man doing almost 200 million. I look at the budget Chainsaw Man, but yeah, it's like these anime, they're smart. They're not sitting there and dumping hundreds of millions of dollars into their fucking movies.
Well, but also, you know, the fact is Demon Slayer ran as a TV series and you know, was available on Crunchyroll and stuff like that. So you knew that you had an audience. So now I can afford to make the movie. Right. And I know that there'll be a set number of people that'll show up and we can make it and give you budget accordingly, because, you know, don't be stupid and always kind of be pessimistic about your expectations. But it blows up and it was like, oh, look, thing that is popular was popular. What a shock.
Yeah, and it's crazy because according to Box Office Mojo, so they're saying Demon Slayer did 177 million on Box Office Mojo. The budget was $4 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost 200 million on a fucking $4 million film. So it's like, why is anime smart with their budget, but in Hollywood's like, hey guys, it's impossible for Hollywood to make a film under 50 million, which it is possible. You guys just won't fucking do it.
Well, it's not possible for them to do it. And you know, Gary is certainly more than aware of the lovely union rules that kick in for a lot of Hollywood productions, but also that there's a tremendous look at the number of producers that are on movies now, right? And these aren't the old school producers where it was like, okay, I'm going to help raise the money. No, the big studio paid for it. So what the hell are you doing here, other than to rent seek and drive up the costs of things? Because by the way, many of them are paid based on percentage of budget, so the incentives are to inflate the budget.
And of course, if you see producers' names that you absolutely know have been attached to decent projects in the past, I will 100% guarantee you that they are buy-ins. That these people have been bought in just for their name. They have no production role, no role whatsoever, no input, no nothing. They're just a buy-in name, and it happens all the time. Which is why you tend to see an actor being a producer of something, or suddenly Ridley Scott is a producer of, the shitty Alien Earth TV series. He had nothing to do with it, absolutely fuck all to do with the show. He was a buy-in just to kind of give it a tie-in. So he was literally a buy-in for a tie-in. And that's it. That's how it works.
It's crazy, and you guys know this because, of course, with the success, they're going to make Godzilla -1, -0. But like, it was so infamous where it's like, hey, Godzilla -1, fucking budget was $15 million, and it's like, how did you make a Godzilla film for $15 million? And it was a fucking
juggernaut. It was easy. Be competent. I mean, the guy he's an effects guy, so he understands that, and I think it was Gareth Edwards is another one that's pretty good with the effects. Again, don't let him near a story. But he can deliver some pretty stunning visuals on a reasonable budget because he understands how you shoot it, and you don't just go, I'll fix it all in post. I'm going to set things up. I'm going to frame it a certain way because I know technically what I have to do. And I think that's one of the things that we see is the design by committee mess that we get, and the committee doesn't stop when the cameras start. That's when they start getting, when everything's in the can is when they start warming up their hands and deciding they're going to change things. But
that came out too. Next, there was some different reports according to the director. He's like, I wish I had 15 million. So then what? Wait, what?
It was 15. Yeah, but again, I think like the Godzilla -1 guy. Be careful thinking that you can catch lightning in a bottle twice.
I
don't think I would want to. If I was him, I would not want to revisit that property. You really you delivered a really good story, and I don't know how many years you've spent coming up with that story, but I guarantee it's more than the time that you'll have to come up with the next one. And you won't have worked on it, and it's really a labor of love that you put together and thought about. It's why so many TV shows have a great first season and just fall the hell off a cliff. The guys that were making it have been thinking about it, and the writer thought about it for years, and he finally gets it, and he blows his load in the first season, and then oh shit, now I got to write another 26 episodes for the next season, and I'm out of ideas. I use them all.
Now, I did say that, and it'll be my top 10 list a year, but even Vex reviewed and gored F1, which I did like F1. The biggest problem is, did 650 million, but Jesus Christ, I realized the budget was almost 200 to 300 million. That's, again, like, I like the film, but I'm watching it like that film did not need to cost 200 million.
Well, but again, this is Apple using it as like a loss leader to attract attention to the streaming service. And this is the thing again with the one of the problems we've had with movies is the idea of my business is to make movie and make money from movie is dying, and instead what you get are I'll make thing and I'll do it as a loss leader because I just want to attract attention to my other product that I'm going to sell you, and I don't really care if it makes money or not. Well, then you distort the economics in the market of the theater going experience, right? But also you can put out absolute shit and buy all of the screens and lock it in for 2 or 3 weeks, even though it's a terrible movie, because you don't care. It's a branding exercise, right? It's just a marketing decision.
Before we head out, Jay, because we could talk this shit all day. Like, and you seen recently reports. Okay, like I did. Like I sat down and watched Andor season 1, then season 2. Andor, like guys, out of all the billions of things you could have done, right? They'd blow fucking like 500 million on fucking Andor. Like, what was that, man? Like Andor.
I understand why. I mean, you made the equivalent of like 4 movies, at least, with Andor, and it actually had, real quality sets and
oh yeah,
some design and all that. It desperately needed an editor, because that thing needed to be chopped down to a miniseries at best, and instead, we get all wordy. But
actually, I was wrong.
again, go look at what they spent on Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
this ain't shit. And Rise of Skywalker was only 2 hours of being pissed in the face.
Well, it's just like, I mean, I said at least I can understand, like, if you're gonna, like said, have Mark Hamill in it, have like lightsabers, have big. I mean, I at least I could understand like Episode 9 having a big budget, but like Andor, such the property without Jedi's or lightsabers, like that's a weird, you know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, I mean, there's a set cost to I want to do thing of certain quality, and if I'm gonna make 8 hours or more of properly Star Wars looking thing, not just shot on a volume and mailed it in, looking like the Christmas special, then there's a cost. It is simply going to cost money. Doubly so if Disney's involved. Everything Disney does is overpriced because you have too many mouths to feed.
I didn't realize fucking Rise of Skywalker's budget was reportedly almost fucking 600 million. Then he got the UK tax credit, which shaved off 100 million. But for wow, and that film did like 1.2 billion, so that's a massive loss.
It barely did $1 billion. It was like 1.09 or something. It came within like $10,000 of Rogue One.
Box office. I didn't know it cost that much. Holy, and it did not. Yeah. So it
did not make money.
1.077 billion.
Yeah.
It's God Almighty.
Yeah.
I mean, even the budget.
They lost money on that movie. They lost money on They lost money on I think everything but the Force Awakens and Rogue One.
You're probably right. Yeah. That is.
And by the way, The Force Awakens was fucking expensive too, because everything J.J. Abrams does is grossly overpriced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of the reasons he's in director jail.
Force Awakens budget was, wait, hold on. Isn't that's fucking true. Probably is. The Force Awakens became the most expensive movie ever made with a total budget of $530 million.
Mm-hmm.
According to Forbes. Holy fucking, that was back in Force Awakens, what,
2015?
Jesus Christ. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how we can't make money off of this. I think I might have an idea or two.
Again, I mean, I watched Rise of Skywalker because I'm a Regal app and I just wanted to see how the trilogy is going to fucking end. I'm like watching this film. Where are these numbers coming from? Because the digital effects aren't that fucking good.
Well, again, the worst part is the story isn't good.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, like, I'm not going to understand having a shitty story, Jay. But like, if you're going to tell me we spend, like, okay, Avatar, so the films are what they are, but at least you can see on screen what Cameron's putting his money to. When I see Force Awakens or like Rise of Skywalker, 500 million, where? It's a shitty look. Well, when She-Hulk came out, She-Hulk cost like 30 million an episode. I'm like, I've seen better mocap on fucking Sci-Fi Channel than She-Hulk and Disney Plus.
People constantly underestimate the cost of incompetence.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have somebody who actually knows what they're doing and be like, oh, look how much I have to spend. And I was like, you have no idea how much you're saving. Go ahead and put people in charge who don't know what they're doing and find out how expensive this is going to be. Mm-hmm. There's a reason you shoot the movie 3 times.
Yeah.
Right. It's because you don't know what you're doing. And that's, I could have just had somebody competent do it once. Nah, I'm going to be penny wise and pound foolish. Right. But here's the comparison that a lot of people, when they look at, it made $1 billion at the box office. I don't give a fuck. What I care about, because again, this should be a business, is what was the cost of production compared to the returns. Right. And so The Force Awakens was what, 530 million, and it made like 2 billion, right? Yeah, so little under 4 times cost of production, not marketing, just production, versus the box office, right? You want to know how a little film in 1977 called Star Wars did? Star Wars had a budget of $11 million and it made $775 million. When you make 70 times your budget, you're doing all right.
$11 million for New Hope. 11 million. Fucking A.
But again, it's the you can, you know, the inflation and all that stuff. I don't care. What is the multiplier between the box office versus the cost of it, right? It was like when you guys were doing Hellraiser, right? That was $1 million movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And it made what, 15, something like that, 20?
Yeah.
At the box office?
And like Jada said, 70 times its production cost.
70.
Wow.
That's a blockbuster.
Yeah, just like Jaws did. Just like Jaws, was it 400 million or some shit? And look it up in Jaws, like at the time, back in the fucking 70s, like
was what, like 5 million?
7 million, and a worldwide gross of 470 back in 1975. My brain can't fathom what a ticket cost in 1975 for a fucking film to do almost $500 million in 1975.
Again, it's look at the budget and then look at the box office and what's that multiplier. That'll tell you how successful the movie is.
And the good thing about these kinds of movies is that this is when we knew that they had a rewatch value. People were going back and back and back. I mean, I saw Jaws 4 times at the theaters when it first came out. I mean, twice in the cinema and twice at the drive-in movie theater.
Well, Star Wars ran continuously in theaters from 77 until 80 when Empire came out.
Yeah.
I mean, it was $2 for the average ticket. 975 is $2 fucking dollars. $2 and then for a film to do almost $500 million. Like we can't. How many? Yeah, you have.
Yeah,
half the fucking globe has seen this film.
Yeah, because I mean, also look at like the population of the United States at that time. Right.
Yeah,
it's like everybody in the U.S. saw it at least once.
Yeah.
Wow, 200 million.
Quite something.
200 million compared to like nowadays.
Yeah, we're sitting at like 300 million, a little more than that right now. So, but ticket prices, let's call them $15 each, right? If everybody saw a movie, it would be like $4.5 billion box office.
Yeah.
You seen any $4.5 billion box office movies lately?
And top of that's also 342. That's 342. That's documented too in America because
yeah.
The numbers like you're saying, Jay. The funny part, that's like imagine if every person in America even paid $1 to see a fucking film, and we're not even getting that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're getting the if you look at like the by the way, notice that they stopped reporting average ticket prices and stuff back in like 2020 or 2021, mostly because the prices were going up, and meanwhile box office actual revenues going down, which means less people are seeing this. And again, it's part of the death of the monoculture. You're not making things that appeal to a large swath of the potential audience, and you've made the experience, you've cheapened it to the point that they'll just go, I'll wait a month or 2 months or 6 months, right? When Star Wars came out, your chance to see Star Wars was go to the fucking theater. There is no home video.
Yeah.
Right. That's why it ran in theaters continuously for 3 years.
That's why I said for me, like that's why most want Regal. With my Regal app, we have in Albany, we have Regal $7 Tuesdays, which does help out. But again, also that $7 Tuesdays, you also have to have the Regal app, and that's buying $7 Tuesday for your kid or something. But yeah, even then they make it where it's like that's only one day of the week. How many people on average have school, work, bills, whatever they have like plans? Most people are going to take a Tuesday. People want to take their kids on a Saturday morning, on a Sunday afternoon. A Tuesday on a school day, that's also the biggest problem. They should be bringing back $5 weekends if they were fucking smart, because take your kids to go see Zootopia for $5 on a Saturday morning, not again for fucking $95 on a Saturday morning. And like Jay said, hey, well, guess the Zootopia 2, no problem, it'll be on Disney Plus in 2.5 weeks.
Yeah,
I mean, the biggest thing is you can do whatever you want with the price of tickets. If you don't have anything that I want to see, I'm not buying them. Right? Yeah. It's not an experience that simply going to the theater and walking around in it is worth any money to me at all. In fact, you should pay me to do that because it's annoying. The way they've got it set up and all that. It's an underwhelming experience. Meanwhile, I could go back, to the area I grew up in. That Art Deco movie house is still in business. It was shut down for like 15 years because it became uncompetitive with the one giant screen where the movie theater itself if it was fully at full capacity, it was more than 1,000 people watching a movie in a room at one time. Right. And on a giant screen, and balconies and all of that. Yeah. But just the walking into that place now, I'm like, yeah, I might pay $1 just to do that, because simply the architecture and all that is impressive. Going to a theater now is like going to a porno theater in the 70s.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I think the average movie theater, like I'm looking at the ones in my area, I think the theater's having maybe 200 seats at best, and that's all you're getting. And
yeah. And how many screens?
Yeah, it really depends on the mall, but I know we have like one mall is 18, but the other mall's got 4 or 5, and
18 screens.
That's crazy.
Definitely.
That's crazy. I mean, my local theatre, it was I think 1,200 capacity, and then in '87,
wow,
then they chopped it up into, I think, 4 different theatres.
It's a 2D, but here's for Zootopia 2 in my area right there. You see, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. It's like a big living room.
Yeah. And for Zootopia, I mean, of course we have hey, here's fucking real 3D RPX and standard, but even the RPX, it's a bigger theater, but RPX, how many seats? Let's say right there, yeah. So this is the size of RPX, which is, I mean, come on, what, maybe 150 seats? I'm guessing.
Yeah,
roughly?
I mean, that wasn't the balcony in the movie theater that I used to go see stuff in.
And that's even my and IMAX and everything, but that's the biggest in my area, the biggest theater, which RPX is. That's how many seats you're going to fit. And if that was sold out, it's still nowhere near what Jay was just saying.
Yeah, and there's a different energy when I saw, like, when I went to go see Nosferatu. I swear to God, if there were 50 seats, I would have been impressed. It felt like walking into someone's living room and watching it, and then the movie, I wasn't impressed with the movie itself, so that didn't help. But it was depressing to go into versus, when you saw Star Wars and 1,000 people are all gasping at the same moment.
Yeah.
That has a much different energy than when 50 people are going, oh, somebody trip.
Yeah, 100% right, Jay. Sure, well.
So you have to make it an event. Either through the presentation, of the theater itself, that simply going there gets the attention and kind of gives you a mental context switch, right? That we are not. That's the worst part of making everything look like a living room, is everybody acts like they're in their living room.
Yeah.
If you build it and design it a certain way that okay, well, this is a different thing, I have to act a little differently, because we just mentally will do that. You need to do that, and then you need to have social experiences.
Yeah,
I mean, we're having a big kind of revival at the Royal Albert Hall at the moment. It's kind of been going on for about 4 or 5 years now. I think it's actually pre-COVID, actually, and so what they do is we have the movies being screened on like a 40-foot high screen.
Sure.
But we also have the London Symphony Orchestra doing the entire soundtrack of the movies. So
nice,
which is really fantastic.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks, Nick, because I would highly recommend. I've already told a good one about Sisu 2. It knows if it's a Sisu 2. If you've seen Sisu 1, you've seen Sisu 2. That's it. And I had me and Christian, the hardest my kid laughed this year was in Sisu 2, because again, it's Gary. If you've seen Commando with Arnold, I told you this. If you've seen Commando, you've seen Sisu 2. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
Go in with that mentality.
Right.
It's just like Commando with Sisu. That's it. But, but yeah, it sucks that and that's the problem, Nick. I've got a couple of friends who honestly they're my friend Carlton in New Hampshire. He purposely he will wait, because he's like, his local theater. He goes, dude, it's not worth the half-hour drive. He's like, I'd rather just stay home and wait. And I'm like, Yeah, so it's a good one said. It should be a fucking event, but like a lot of theaters won't upgrade their technology, or they're just small. The sound system is fucked up. Or they don't have digital projectors, and it's
Yeah, I know Tarantino tried to revive the whole roadshow movie, didn't he? Taking his movies around the states and around the world, which I think is great. I mean, there've been quite a few roadshow movies that have happened over the last few years, but I think Jay's right. I mean, it has to be an event. And those are days that I am very, very nostalgic for. Going to see a movie at theatre where it's a huge event where you are surrounded by, 1,000 or 999 other people.
Yeah.
That collective experience, I think you just can't be matched.
The last good, I mean, besides taking my son, good actual theater experience, and I know it is nostalgia, and Jay makes points about that. But when it came out, the last Spider-Man, just because like it was a Friday night, it was sold out, and of course because people were wondering would Toby and Andrew be in it, and of course when Andrew popped on the screen, the fucking place was sold out, and it was the first time in since Infinity War, since Endgame when Cap caught the fucking hammer. But just people just seeing Toby and Andrew on fucking screen. Once Toby came out, I mean, you could not hear the film. That's how fucking the whole theater erupted. And I'm like, I know it's cheap nostalgia, but it was a great theater experience to hear 200 fucking people cheering and clapping and going fucking nuts and oh my god, that. It was a good experience. It wasn't like that Minecraft shit where kids were fucking throwing popcorn, destroying the place. Everyone just Toby and Andrew Garfield. You couldn't hear nothing, and that experience I do miss. And since Spider-Man, I've not really had that experience where the whole place erupted just that one time, man.
Yeah.
Even Endgame was only when Cap caught the hammer, but
yeah, I mean, there was that one time when I had too many beans before I went, where the whole place erupted. But that was unfortunate. We don't talk about that.
Holy shit, that was a Jay. Wow.
Yeah, that's from the balcony.
Fucking A.
If you go straight down and take a right and go 3 seats in, that's where I sat to see Tron.
Oh wow. Holy shit. Yeah, that's
that's the there's a note in the middle. That's the ticket booth.
Gotcha. Wow.
Right.
Yeah. Like that one right there. This one, holy fuck.
Yeah.
So I've never
that's the main floor.
Wow.
And you're not seeing about half the seats.
Yeah. Even bathroom, it's like you feel like I have to dress up a certain way. I'm not gonna go with my fucking t-shirt and sweatpants on to see to a theater like this.
Yes, even the light fixtures.
Wow.
I love there's a picture of the area in the balcony, the upper area before you go into the seating area there.
Wow.
Right. So that's you walk up, there's circular staircase on both sides.
Yeah.
And you come up and then that's your area, and then you go in to the right and you're in the balcony.
Oh yeah. No, see if this was I would I mean I'd even go see shitty movies just to fucking be there.
Yeah, and again, when you show up, you're like, am I underdressed? Should I have a sport jacket on or something? Just because that's the nature of the architecture.
But like you said, that's only the balcony, so you have the whole fucking floor below the balcony right there.
Yeah,
No, I would just if this was my area, I'd be taking Christian to go see. I'll go see Barbie fucking just to go in this theater.
So where is this theater? What city is this theater?
It's in Hutchinson, Kansas.
Wow. Hutchinson, Kansas, right?
Yeah, population about at the time that I saw it, population was about 20,000. But this was one of the movie palaces that the Art Deco palaces they built in the 30s.
Yeah, the closest thing I've got was when I went to New York City. Actually, me and Dark Hour, we just go see Rebel Moon. But I took my my former girlfriend to go see Mario Brothers at the Alamo Draft House, and the Alamo Draft House, they should have it more because I like sitting down. They give you a fucking menu. You can order cheeseburgers and pizza. They bring you fucking beers, and I'm like, that would be a better experience. But Alamo Draft House, they're far and few between.
That's another one I'm not a fan of, because again, the when you start to mix context, then people tend to behave a certain way. And if you've been to a restaurant recently, there's a lot of motherfuckers looking at their phones. I'm going to eat, and you hear the clanking of silverware, and it's like, shut up, I'm trying to watch a movie.
Yeah. I mean, I felt at least with the Alamo Draft House, at least it gave at least people an incentive to get the fuck out of the house. Like, hey, if I can order beers or I can order chicken wings and watch a film, at least it's something to get them to fuck out the house, Jay. It's I mean, it was a good one-time experience. I wouldn't do it often because it's also expensive as fuck too. But
Yeah, it just gives me too much of the flashbacks of let's eat on TV trays while watching TV. No, let's not.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. No, hey man, thanks. Appreciate fuck you both being here. They're talking about a good film. In the future, if you guys again, if you guys are available again, you guys, there's still 1,000 fucking films I haven't streamed, but I mean, it's anytime you guys get the free time, because it's funny just talking about besides The Fly, all this other shit, but I'm just sitting down with friends and drinking a fucking great film. Like I purposely don't watch these films again. I recorded it with the overlay and watched it with you, and just seeing Goldblum again and Gina Davis in the acting and the fucking the shotgun to the head. I'm like, man, and so many times, Gary, I told Jay this, and how many fucking films as Jay said I watched when I was 10, then watched when I was 20, now I watch films as a dad, and I'm like, man, a lot of films hit me a way different way than they did 10 years ago.
But watching that again this evening, I was utterly engrossed in this movie. I hadn't seen it for quite a few years, but my God, I'd forgotten how good it is. I remember it being a fantastic movie, but probably haven't seen it for about 6-7 years, maybe. But yeah,
I'm betting it's been more like 15 since the last time I saw it. Just because it was it was a movie that I know well, and I'm like, yeah, that's a good movie, and then you kind of distracted or whatever. But when you come back to it and you're like, oh, I didn't remember it being this good. I remember it being good. I'm not sure I remember it being this good. And then it just every little thing that's going on, and the brilliance of the writing, the storytelling, the depth of characters, and this is it's not a complex movie. But it certainly really hooks you, and you really feel for flawed characters. And again, it's the hubris, and we've all engaged in it at one time or another. And you at the end, when again Brundlefly doesn't have to say a thing, but just the putting the shotgun to the head. It hits you because you remember him at the beginning when he was that awkward guy that was naive but just excited to show someone his new technology.
Yeah, it's cool going to see Jeff Goldblum right there. Of course, the sequel, like you said, Jay, bad film, but like the effects, man, great fucking effects though. Like,
yeah, same guy that did the effects for The Fly. He was actually the director for Fly too.
Look at that poor dog. Remember that?
Yeah, there's a cut scene from The Fly that's like a fusion of a cat and a monkey, I think.
Yeah.
That they cut out because they're like it actually, again, because they're smart and you don't have an auteur who everything he does is golden. The audiences were like, it actually undermines the character. It makes us dislike Brundle.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, the sequel. I said, I'll take your word, Jay. I'm not going to watch because I haven't watched it. But you say it's shit, I'll take your word because I remember most people didn't like it anyway. Didn't do good at the box office. So
yeah, if you have fond memories of it, just keep those. Just whatever headcanon you have about that movie, that's what that movie was. Don't see it.
You were torturing me with it every time. Gary, I'm on with fucking.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I like this, and I was like, is that right? I can't wait till we watch it again, and you will discover
Gary on fucking Niet's Friday nights. Fucking, you're like halfway during the stream. Niet, you can just hear like his soul dying inside from Jay reminding him like, I love this film. We're halfway through it, so I think about this film. It gets quiet. Like
he's like, I don't know why in the hell I hate myself for loving this, and I was like, you want to beat up your inner child right now, don't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Jay, you're gonna be on Jacob Ironside tonight.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a couple episodes of the X-Files, the end of season 2. And that was X-Files is the thing that when it was happening, I remember all the big social, oh my gosh, we're all going to, watch it and things like that. I never was a fan of the X-Files.
Really?
The reason is that I'd already seen Kolchak the Night Stalker in the 70s. And so I didn't need to see the remake.
Yeah. And was Niet doing are you doing that Friday?
I'm not sure what movie he's doing. Since I missed last Friday, I didn't catch.
Yeah.
Which one we're gonna do?
There's Jacobs. I'm actually looking right now. Because Gladiator was fantastic. I'd like to be on there for that one. Great video. See it live. What is he doing? I didn't put down the so Jurassic Park was.
Yeah, that was the one they did. On Friday.
Yeah. Cool.
I'll find out. I'll watch it. I'll have thoughts.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, next I'll figure out with her what we're doing next because I have no idea. I'm kind of just playing it by ear. So that's the funny part is this stuff isn't scheduled. We just have fun as friends. So yeah, voice is going. All right. See you guys later. Head out and